Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Happy Wednesday to you. Victory Wednesday, as it were. Padres win 2-0 last night over the Philadelphia Phillies. Fantastic work. Gavin Sheets with a bomb. Randy Vasquez pitched his ass off. Fantastic stuff. Really, really enjoyed myself. So, hope you guys are doing well. Listen out there in the audience. But yeah,
let's go Padres.
1-0 in June, baby.
Let's show them how it's done.
1-0. That's how you start a new month. That's how you turn the page from a really bad May, where you only scored 88 runs. So it was great. I left in the third to go coach baseball. So when I left my house, it was great. It was fantastic. Sheets had just gone bridge and, silenced all the cheesesteak eaters out in Philly. It was great. And came home, had some dinner, went to bed. It was great, man. I loved it. I loved it, dude. I loved it. It was awesome.
You didn't check the box
No, I
score?
just assumed that our ace pitching staff, killer defense, amazing base running, and juggernaut of an offense was able to close that game out. So in my mind, Padres win 2-0. Okay? That's all I know. But I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer. And Ben Higgins is your friendly neighborhood sports anchor. Good morning, Benjamin.
Good morning. It's,
How are you, bud?
Living in fantasy land is certainly one option we can go with this morning.
That smoky boy Kyle says can't wait. Actually, he says can't wait the turd polishing this morning. So I don't know what that means. But we're gonna go over this every day. There's no turd polishing this team. This team stinks. They stink. Like a turd. They stink like a turd. They're undisciplined. They make mental mistakes every game. The vaunted bullpen, leadoff walks. I mean, just stranding leadoff doubles. It's they stink. They stink right now, and I don't see a huge path forward. I really don't. So yeah,
I feel the season slipping away.
100%. 100%.
And I've felt that for a few days now, but I really am feeling it today.
Yeah. Can't wait the turd polishing
this morning. I don't see any end in sight.
I don't either, man. But listen, at the end of the day, we're all grown-ups here. It's a baseball game. You're going to be watching today. I'm gonna do the same thing I did yesterday because it starts at the same time. I also have practice at the same time. So it's so freeing and refreshing to be out at a field with little kids that also make the same mental mistakes, that also throw the ball away, that also are terrible base runners. But the difference is they're 8. They're 8, and they make these mistakes. And those drive me crazy as a coach. I can't imagine what Craig Stammen thinks when he looks out and he goes, "Oh my God, dude, why are we doing this?" But I do think some of the blame falls on Craig Stammen's shoulders. I do think some of the blame falls on, coaching, whatever. But I think the majority of the blame falls on the players, and they got to figure it out. And you can have all the post-game beers you want, told you we'd do it. You can have all the post-game beers you want and connect all you want. If you're not winning baseball games, what are we doing, right? At the end of the day. So that's that. But no, I mean, they legit remind me of my team. When I see some of the things, I'm like, hey, on a base hit to left, do we ever throw all the way to first base? No, we never would. You know this. Why aren't you throwing oh my God. And single. There's your cutoff man. He's got his arms up. He did the right thing. You threw it to first base, and it got past the first baseman. Now that guy is standing on third. It's got to be maddening for these guys to see, some of the bonehead decisions that they make.
I want to save some of this for our discussion of the game, but yesterday was even for me was one of the most frustrating games.
Ben was pissed.
Maybe the most frustrated I've been all season with the San Diego
If you came
Padres.
on right now and just said, "Hey, look, there's still 5 games over 500." If you say that today, I'm going to walk over there and I'm going to kick you in your shin,
right in the shin,
as hard as I can.
I mean, I can't change the record, Paul. They are 5 games above 500. That is accurate and true.
That was a bad one,
but.
Man.
Yeah, the yesterday's was the one that really kind of got to me. I'll explain what really got me kind of seething during the game yesterday. I will point out, though, for everybody who says we are the ones who are trying to make you think that this team is better than it's not. Was it not like a month and a half ago I said, is this record a mirage?
Yeah,
like,
you did.
Like, did I not warn you that this was likely coming if the Padres did not start to hit, if their offense didn't start to get better? Because that's exactly what we are seeing right now. What we would figure would happen if the top hitters on this team didn't start hitting. Now the guys at the bottom of the lineup who were hot early in the season, Ramon Laureano is now, he got cold. Now he's on the injured list, got placed on the injured list yesterday. Miguel Andujar has cooled off considerably. Freddie Fermin wasn't ever good, but Luis Camposano was. He's on the injured list. He's gone, and the catchers are doing nothing. Of course, this is the result of what you would expect with all of those things and just no offense. Yeah, the pitching's fine. They've kept the Phillies under 4 runs every game they've played against the Phillies this season.
Yeah, my buddy that I coach with, Matt, he's a Philly fan, and he's like, what's the score? I'm like, 2-2. Harper just hit a bomb. And he goes, first team to 4 wins this game, because he knows he watches the Phillies every night.
No one got there.
So this is This is interesting. Ben in the chat says, "Hey, so this is what spins me out about this job, right? Like you can call me names and stuff. This is what spins me out. Hey, just like Ben said yesterday, it's all good. No changes need to be had. Still early. I was here with you 4 hours. I don't remember you saying, hey, all good. No changes need to be made. It's still early. I don't recall you saying that. And then he said, Ben, you literally turd polished this team for a whole segment yesterday. I think we were making a joke. Sarcasm's lost on Twitter, and I think it's really getting lost in conversation.
Was that when we were responding to the sunshine pumpers comment?
Exactly. But I don't. Listen, they stink, man. They stink. They're not a good team right now. They're just not. And, can they crawl their way out of it? I don't know. They got how many games left to prove that they can?
100.
100 games left to play. Is that right? On the nose?
No, not on the nose. 103.
103.
Yeah.
Okay, left to prove that they can do something. But right now, man, it's a stinky product, dude. It just is. Like, there's no way to look at that and say, no, they're really fighting, and they are. They're battling, certainly, but the mental mistakes, the stranding of runners again, 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position last night is just you can't win baseball games that way at any level ever. You just can't. And I don't know what you do. Do you hit Manny Machado 6th? Right? When other teams' stars struggle,
who do you want to move up?
Right?
Who's
moving up? It's just tough, dude. It's really, really tough. But no, I think at the end of the day, I woke up to a cesspool on Twitter. I mean, just the cess is what I started my day with. I didn't look at it last night because I coached, came home, put my kids down, hung out with my wife, and then hit the sack. And I was like, I'm not opening this right now. And then first thing this morning, I started my day with that. I'm like, that was a bad idea. But hey, man, I can't control the games. I'm going to tell you guys something again, and let me drive this point home. Anything we say will not control the outcome of a game. Anything you tweet or say also won't control the outcome of a game. It just won't. As much as we wish that it could, it won't. But yeah, just a stinky, stinky performance last night by the hometown ball club. Now they've dropped 3 in a row. And it, like you said, man, it has been over 2 weeks since we've talked about a win on this radio station. Top 10 payroll team, that just shouldn't happen. And I get some things have lined up where it's been a weekend or whatever, but like, They got to get this thing right.
If your only 3 wins have been on Fridays and Saturdays over the last 2 weeks, that's there's no good scenario.
Got a problem, man.
There's nothing good about that.
Got a problem. It's a disaster right now, certainly, and just don't know the answer. I wish I did. But don't have it for you. I will be completely honest in that they're just not a good team right now, and I understand trying to do too much sometimes. And I think they're definitely falling victim to that. But man, just awful. Just awful.
Pretty much sums it up.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking to me for positivity, I don't really have any for you right now. I'd rather be a bad hitting team than a bad pitching team. You can't come back if you're giving up 8 or 9 every game.
Yeah, you're screwed.
You have no hope. When you're losing 3-2, you can at least say, well, hitting is, streaky and maybe some guys get it going, but we've been saying that for a couple of months. I mean, nobody's really gotten it going. So
that's why anytime I see a friend or somebody online when they're really complaining about the pitching, whether it's starting pitching or the reliever, somebody left in too long, I'm like, guys, when we're only putting up one a game, like Randy Vasquez or Griffin Canning giving up 2 to 3 runs over 5 innings shouldn't kill you. But when you're not going to score more than 2 runs a game, it kind of does. That you're screwed.
Our friend from yesterday, Booze Fighter Spicoli 5846 says, I wonder if you sit around and bash your little league team like this. I do. Imagine being a Padre and listening to this. I wouldn't win one for you either, buddy. They're not winning for the radio station.
Yeah, I sure hope not.
If they're playing for me, we have bigger problems. What do you want us to say? Great L last night, man. They kicked ass.
We don't pay these guys, right? Like, we can't fire them.
There are some games that you will watch if you know baseball and go, that's a hell of a game, man. Tough L. But we played our asses off, went their way. This team, you're not seeing that right now. You're just not. And granted, they're not getting bodied 12-1, but you're just seeing a lot of things that they're not doing right. And I think it's our job to point that out. So if you want us to praise the team, it's pretty simple. Win some baseball games. This is how it works. They're pros. They make millions and millions of dollars, Spicoli. And I wish I could say with my whole chest, they'll turn it around. I don't feel it. And I certainly don't see it right now. And that's okay. That's my opinion. I'm happy to be wrong. I've admitted I'm wrong. Accountability's huge with me. If they rip off 15 wins in a row, I'll say, what were we worried about? We were idiots. First guy to call myself an idiot.
They will play better at some point. There's 100 games left.
No doubt.
The question is just whether they'll have enough good streaks in them to, be in the playoffs at the end of the season. I will say, and this has nothing to do with the Padres, the good news is the National League is incredibly mid right now.
Yep.
Outside of the 3 division
Thank
leaders,
God.
the Braves, the Brewers, and the Dodgers, who are all 16, 18, 21 games above 500, there are no really good teams in the National League.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why the Padres are still atop the wild card race. The Diamondbacks, the Pirates, the Cardinals, the Cubs, the Phillies, the Nationals. Those are all the other teams that are within a game right now, all fighting for mediocrity, right? So no one has buried themselves. It's now a 100-game season between those 7 teams. And the 3 that play the best will end up in the playoffs at the end of the season.
Yeah, for sure. And so but again, it's even too early to watch that stuff right now.
No, I mean, not on a day-to-day basis, but I can almost guarantee you that take those 7 teams and the Reds. So take those teams; those are probably going to be battling for the wild card at the end of the season.
Yeah.
On a day-to-day basis, don't worry about it yet. We're not at that stage, but it's a bunch of mid teams right now, and 3 of them are going to have to start separating themselves and play better than the rest at some point.
And listen, the future is weird, right? Because if we get to the trade deadline and the NL is still like this, and you're like, well, we're in it. You know what I mean? It can really hamstring you, and I don't know what the plan is for this team. I don't know that they do either right now. They're really I don't look at this team and go, man, they're just going through the motions. I don't feel that. I don't. I would tell you if I did. I don't feel that. But I do feel they're just making a lot of mistakes and not playing smart baseball in a couple of instances. Like you get to great AB by we'll get into this later. I don't want to talk about this right now.
We've been talking about it for 15 minutes already.
I know. We got 4 hours to talk about it. But yeah, I mean, here, when you make the big guy mad, the chairman over here, that's when you
I'm
really
saving
get in trouble.
my real seething for after our Padres crap up in our next segment.
Your real seething?
Yeah.
I just think ultimately for me, I don't remember who said it, but when somebody said, wait until about Memorial Day, once you get through May, that's when teams tell you who they are.
But teams can turn it on. I mean, there's second half teams.
I'm not saying it's black and white and it's always that way, but I do feel like ever since I've kind of viewed the season in that way, I think it comes out more often than not. A team will show you who they are. And last year, I feel like that team kind of did show us who they were. They had a great start to the season, and then they were average at best after that, pretty much the rest of the way. And they rode that hot streak into the postseason, as we all know. I feel like the same thing is happening this year.
I mean, yeah, it remains to be seen. There's 100 games to figure it out, but I don't know. Will they figure it out? I sure hope so. I do. I sure hope so. For their sakes, I mean, it's pretty ugly right now. They got a lot to clean up. Certainly, don't even know really where you start with them. But I think base running is probably a pretty good one. I mean, a pretty good one. It's been some of the poorest base running I've ever seen in the last 3-4 games. Horrible. Situational type baseball. Terrible. Can't happen for guys of that pay level and
if you want
talent.
to criticize Craig Stammen, he has been encouraging of it for the most part, at least publicly.
Yeah,
saying he wants his team to be aggressive, sure. and I don't disagree with the philosophy of, hey, if you're never taking any chances, you're not doing enough. But right now, they're taking too many chances in spots where you shouldn't be taking them. Like Fernando Tatis Jr. in the 8th inning yesterday. I get it. He is overall a very good base runner.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen it for years. I'm not going to say, Fernando's forgotten how to run the bases. He's been an incredible base runner. That was just, there's no reason for him to round second in that situation with 2 outs in the 8th inning. Even if he gets to third, even if he pulls off his Fernando, they threw it to first and I got to third. Woo, well, you still need a hit to get him home. There's 2 outs in the inning. If there was 1 out, sure, you take some chances to get over there because you're not getting it to runners in scoring position. You're trying to score the tying run. Be aggressive. But with 2 outs, there is no reason to take any chance there. What are you hoping is going to happen? If he throws it away, you can score maybe? I mean, that's a rarity in Major League Baseball. That is not worth taking a chance of going that far off the base when you have seen your own third baseman do that 50 times,
right? With
guys running on that same play. You've seen Manny do that 1,000,000 times. You know that other guys are savvy. That's a veteran, Alec Boehm, who's sitting there at third base. It wasn't even a particularly great fake. I think I heard. I
liked the fake. The fake got me for a second.
He said that was like a C plus,
really?
C plus fake. It wasn't even the best fake. That was the analysis I heard this morning from the MLB network radio guys. Yeah.
When I watched it back, I was like, whoa.
I only saw the one angle on TV, but it got me. Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty good one. They said this Jordan says this is a bad bluff. Like I said, when he reared back, I went, Toddy, no. But yeah, it's just dumb. Just dumb. Just dumb baseball all around, sliding through the bag. It's just insane. It's just sane.
You can the root cause of all of it is pressing. They're struggling, especially at the plate.
Yep.
So they feel like in the other areas they need to do more to make up for the lack of hitting. But anytime you try to do more in baseball, it generally comes back to bite you.
Yep.
You can't do more in baseball. There's just not more to be had. You can't create out of nothing in Major League Baseball. Yep. So you have to remain and play within yourselves and figure it out offensively because you can't just conjure up 5 runs out of nothing. And it looks like they've been trying to do that, especially on the base paths lately. I don't think Craig Stammen is yelling at them, you need to press more. You need to, this is, he keeps telling, we have to stop pressing. We need to let the game. He's saying the right things, but they're not absorbing that message because they're out there. And it's not a lack of trying. They're trying too hard right now. They are trying too hard to make something happen because they want to win. I have no doubt that this team is very frustrated and very much wants to turn things around and wants to get back to playing good baseball, but they're trying too hard to do it right now. It's not a lack of want to. It's too much pressing. That seems obviously the problem at the moment. The hitting is part of that. It's also its own beast. I mean, hitting is you press, you don't press. I mean, they're swinging at pitches they shouldn't be swinging at, clearly. That could be part of pressing as well. But ultimately, I think that's the root cause of a lot of the Padres' ills at the moment.
Zach says, when I try hard at work, I create a better product. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, it's a different. That's why they make $40 million per season, is because they're the best of the best of the best, allegedly. But at this point, they got to get it going, man. They got to figure it out. And again, you shot yourself in the foot because now you get Christopher Sanchez again tonight, and he's absolutely dirty. So you can totally see this team dropping the first 2 of this series and then praying to salvage one. I miss the San Diego Salvagers at this point. I really do. But, hey, man, listen, at the end of the day, it will all be okay.
Anything good happening for anybody?
I mean, I had a lot of good stuff going on.
I got free pizza yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, well, it was election day. It's like the most time-honored tradition if you work at a television station or a newspaper. On election day, they buy you pizza. And
that's cool.
I mean, I didn't have anything to do with the election coverage yesterday.
Back when the Chargers were still here, that was draft night.
Draft night, yeah. For sports,
station.
for sports stations, you would get pizza on draft night. But at news stations, it's always pizza. And they got big, giant pizzas for us yesterday, and I had a nice slice. Actually,
one?
It was pretty good. Yeah, just one.
Good for you.
It was one of those. They got 2 of them. It was one of those like oversized, like giant pizzas in like such a big
Huge
box.
box,
Like,
yeah.
you wonder how
Giant
they
New
fit
York
it in the back of the
pizza.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah, like cut into like the squares and like the triangles on the edges
Yeah.
and the squares. So
Like,
there
it was
like,
not like an extra large.
There
This was
had to
like
be-
to feed
there
like
had
a
to be
little
at least
league
like
team.
30 to 40 slices
Yeah.
in this one pizza. It
So
was
good.
that huge, but usually I don't like those because I'm going, those never get cooked right. They're doughy. They're just too big. It was actually pretty good. I don't know where it came from, but it was a decent slice. Free slice of pizza. There's my happy moment of the day yesterday.
Sad, man.
I know.
That is really, 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 really sad.
I don't know, Postal Police. It's just pizza every 2 years. Primary, you got the general election later this year. We're going to get pizza twice in 1 year. How about that?
That's incredible. I had a great night, man. Like I said, I watched Sheets hit a bomb, was left with a lead, and then went to the fields and had a great practice with the kids. Man, I had I think I had 10 kids, which was awesome. And we did some drills, and then we did another drill, and then we did a scrimmage, and then we play wiffle ball at the end of every practice. And the kids were smiling and happy, and it's fun to yell at them and shoo them out for dumb things that they do. They like it.
Is wiffle ball purely for fun, or
Yeah.
is there something that you're trying to teach them with that?
What I'm trying to teach them with wiffle ball at the end of practice is if you work hard in practice, this is your treat. And there's no gloves. It's a foam ball. It's not wiffle ball per se. It's these kind of foam balls. And if you work hard and you kind of listen and do the right thing, you get 15 minutes, no gloves. You just go out and play, and coaches are kind of out of it, and you guys just go rip and have fun, and they love it. They absolutely love it. So kind of a little treat at the end of practice.
It's like it's baseball adjacent.
Yeah,
too.
it's baseball
You know what I
adjacent,
mean? Like
right.
they're still out there on a field,
Yep.
goofing around.
I mean,
having fun.
I did tell one kid, just keep your same swing in wiffle ball as you do. Don't try to do anything weird, but no, it's fun, man. I'm having a ball with it. We got practice again tonight. And it's such I don't want to say distraction for me because baseball is a passion in my life, but being able to be with these kids who I've known since they were little and bring them together and teach them some stuff is really fun. I'm having the time of my life. So that's awesome.
I like this one. Romantic about baseball says school is almost out. Lots
Yeah.
of good things. I'm a teacher. My kids are promoting
Let's
this
go.
morning.
Oh, I have an update.
And then summer break, which is nice for, I would think, teachers.
Oh, I need some
Tough job.
I need some music you would play for a winner.
a winner.
A champion.
Music for a winner.
Championship music.
We are the champions.
Something that we won't have to pay for.
Well, if I sing it, then you don't have to pay for it, I don't
He's
think.
got a point. I mean, you're
No
really
time for losing.
Just anything.
putting me
like
on the spot.
cheery. Perfect. Congratulations to my 8-year-old son, who is now the typing champion.
Oh,
He won.
yeah!
He battled hard through the bracket.
Took down his friend in the final.
Took down his friend in the final, and it was the sweetest thing. So I went to pick him up. Now we paid a fairly exorbitant amount of money for the one parking spot, so you don't have to wait in the long line. We won it
You
at
did.
auction.
You're
Yeah,
the one.
We're the one.
You're the one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always looked at that person with disdain at my elementary school.
Well, yeah. Listen, here's the worst part. I'm still there like an hour early. We don't need it. I'm there
You have
waiting.
your spot.
It's
That's
there.
just embarrassing.
Well, I could do a lot.
The idea of getting the paying for the one parking spot
And then being early.
is that you roll in at the last second
Correct.
and you don't have to wait at the back of the 42 car line
Correct.
to pick up your kid.
Correct.
So You have the spot. You
Oh, yeah.
paid for the spot. And you're not even making use of the spot.
You know
essentially.
me. You know me. I'm an early bird, and for me, it's a time to go sit in my car. And
I don't even want to know how much you paid for that.
You don't. But you sit in your car, and you have your spot. It's right out in front. And so, but I like to do my emails. I usually talk to Paulie around that time every day, and I get some work done in the car. And I'm not at home, And so, but I always go meet him at the gate. I don't just make him walk to the car. I go meet him. So he walks out yesterday.
That's the advantage of having a spot. If you don't, then you have to be moving up.
You got to be
can't
moving
get
out
out of the car, so you got to have the spot.
So I'm waiting at the gate, and homie starts walking down, and I give him the head, like, "What's up?" And he just both fists in the air, and I go, "Yeah, let's go!" He did it, and he walked out, and he goes, "Let's go!" I go, "You did? You took her down?" He goes, "Yeah." And he goes, I crushed it. And I was like, I'm so happy for you. He was so
I wish this event was televised.
I know.
So I could have watched it.
I know that. Welcome to the annual Scripps typing contest. We have 2 kids here swearing off.
In the 8 and under division, we've got our finals today.
He was so fired up. I go, so what did you win? He goes, got extra recess. And I go, you're kidding. He goes, oh, yeah, I got
extra recess.
Yeah, so the other kids had to work.
What do you do with extra recess? Out by yourself?
The other kids had to work, and he got to pick 3 friends. He goes,
oh, okay. You have to pick some friends.
And he picked the
runner-up,
He picked the runner-up, which was, I thought, was such a classy move. Yeah. Such a classy move. And it was
good
really
karma
cool.
in case he loses the next one.
Yeah, of course.
I was so happy for him, dude. Because, like any 8-year-old, he gets a little nervous in the big competition. His old man's the same way. And he won it.
Do you remember when you were 8 and other kids got to do something you didn't? How you would seethe?
Oh, you seethe
when they were out there,
seethe with anger,
just so mad.
It was a real thing when you were little, right? Like you're like,
yeah.
I'm surprised they even allow that.
I know.
Nowadays.
My mom used to bring me Wendy's like maybe twice a month, and the other because she worked right across the street, and so she would bring me Wendy's for lunch. If she didn't have time to pack a lunch, the other kids would be like, cool, man. Enjoy your Frosty. You know what I mean? They would be so mad.
Get your ass kicked at recess.
Never forget it. You never, ever forget
For me, and it's full circle. It relates back here home to the Padres. For me, growing up in Seattle, Washington as a kid, like in elementary school, there was always like 3 to 4 kids either in my class or at least in my grade or people that I knew where their parents would afford to take them down to spring training in Peoria every year and watch some baseball. And I never once, my family, we never went.
Yeah.
You would see the commercials all winter long when it's 30 degrees up there.
Make you sick.
Hot, beautiful Peoria, Arizona. And I'm just like, yeah, F you rich kids.
Yeah.
Like I was so mad. They'd come back in March when it's snowing and they would just be beet red and sunburned from watching Mariners baseball in
autograph baseballs. Look at this.
I bet it was fun. And now we go out there a couple of times a year. I get to play on those.
Stepped foot on the Mariners side of the complex in all the years you've been going, have you?
No, we have never once gone over there.
Exactly.
Brett Boone said he was going to take us over there one day, and he never did.
So good.
Your childhood dream. You have gotten within, about 100 yards of it every single year, and you've never actually gone over and made it happen.
Right. I did use the Mariners dugout in the stadium a couple of times. True. So there we go. That's close enough, right?
All right, shall we get things started here? We will come back, set the menu for the Wednesday, Big League Wednesday. Speaking of Brett Boone, Big League Wednesday. We will talk to him, let you know what's coming up here with Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Tier 1's glad to have you with us on a Wednesday morning on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please
just
don't.
a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say it's
whatever
your
you're
knee.
about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please
just
don't.
a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to.
Man, it was brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
You want to let them get it off their chest? Yeah, let it rip.
Yeah.
I did this
saw
when you
some
were-
requests, so let's do it.
I did this when you were gone.
Did
You got like one call. So 833-288-0973. You can call in, scream about it, whatever you
It's
want
an
to do.
open phone Wednesday
No.
here on 97.3 The Fan.
Yeah, this is the level of
Club Pilates.
this is the level of despair that Padre fans have gotten to at this point after a 3-game skid, which apparently never happened under Mike Schilt. Mike Schilt had this team rolling, which is my favorite bit of revisionist history. My favorite bit. Schilt would have never let him do this. I saw some crap baseball under Mike Schilt.
Have we considered this team has never gone farther than they did with Bob Melvin?
Correct.
In the last
Correct.
handful of years?
Correct.
Like, I mean, what are we doing?
They never bring up Bo Mel. And then you'll get to a point, maybe in 3 seasons, where they're like, man, Craig Stammen would have never had these guys doing this. They sure respected him. You know, he commanded the room. This is just how
When Manny is player manager.
Yeah, this is how baseball fans are. But yeah, they had how many? They would get 6-game losing streaks under Schilt. I mean, it happened.
There were skids.
It
and
happened.
They're going to be skids.
It happened.
Every team gets them.
Yeah,
but
for
if you
sure.
want to
Who was
join us,
managing when they went 24 scoreless in the playoffs?
Right. I mean, holy
That had to
cow.
have been Craig Stammen, right?
Right.
Jesus.
I mean, it's the nature of the beast, man. 833-288-0973.
yeah, and we may take phone calls. Sprinkle them in throughout the show.
Or not.
I would assume
Or
they're going to
maybe
be
you just
Padres.
get one shot.
I assume they're going to be Padres related, but if you want to react to Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals
Sure.
last night, Vegas Golden Knights beating the Carolina Hurricanes 5-4, or you want to preview the NBA Finals, hey, it's your show. Be our guest wherever you want to take us this morning. But we will get to our Padres crap up. I've been saving the actual one part of the game. I mean, not just one part, but the main thing that had me seething in last night's 3-2 loss to the Philadelphia Phillies. So we'll get to that coming up. In our 7 o'clock hour, we will pay off the incorporator. That should make us smile. Jejune was the word that Jesse had to incorporate into the game last night. Paulie will play it and show us how Jesse did that in our 7 o'clock hour. 7:20 is Don't Do This. At 7:35, Brett Boone will join us on a Big League Wednesday. We have some really good conversations with our Odyssey MLB Insider this year.
He's been on fire, man. He has been on fire this year. Just so many good stories and insights and all that.
I
But
wonder, because he's been generally going, these guys will get it going.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got that big league mentality that big leaguers like Manny and
You
Tatis
have
and
to have
Merrill
it.
are going to be fine. At what point does he start wondering whether are they really going to be fine? I'm curious. We'll talk to Brett Boone coming up at 7:35. I'll guess I'm Ben Woods appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It's better. In our 8 o'clock hour, they're actually going to be announcing the MLB award winners for the month of May at 8 a.m. our time. The big one is it's not going to be any Padres winning the Player of the Month award. I can tell you that. The big one's the National League Pitcher of the Month award. It's going to be either Jacob Mizorowski or Christopher Sanchez. In any other month, really, of any other season, they would both be shoo-ins. But how do you pick between these two guys? So Christopher Sanchez, 4-0, 0.000 ERA, 39 innings, 45 strikeouts, 3 walks, 181 batting average against, and he is riding into tonight's game against the Padres a 44 and a third inning scoreless streak, approaching Oral Hershiser's all-time record, a couple starts away from that. Sounds like, well, that's unbeatable. He didn't give up a run. That's like one of the most incredible months ever. But then you hear Jacob Mizorowski's stats, 5-0, 0.23 ERA because he gave up 1 run the whole month, 38 and a third innings, 57 strikeouts, 6 walks, and his batting average against 109. Even better by a good deal than
5-0.
so good, man. He'll
One
also
of those guys is the runner-up.
He'll also be making an appearance in Do This today. Your pal, Big Mizorowski.
We will have some Take on Woods for you at 8:20. Try to qualify someone for our staycation to the town and country, our MLB reach around. While the Padres aren't the only mediocre team in baseball, especially the National League, it is no one's really distinguishing themselves other than the top 3 of the Braves, the Dodgers, and the Brewers right now in the National League. You know, I assume someone's going to get playing better, but there's a reason why all these teams have a worse record than the Padres still. They haven't been very good either. You can't just go, well, Padres stink and they're way worse than the Cardinals, the Reds, the Nationals. These other teams have also been incredibly mediocre this season.
The Cardinals were in a rebuild year. The Reds are the Reds. I mean, I know I kind of harp on
the Phillies, the Cubs, the Pirates, the Diamondbacks.
The Phillies are playing much better, and especially against us.
But still are
the Cubs
behind the Padres.
The Cubs are they've had some really rough skids this year. And who was the other one you said?
Diamondbacks.
They've
been playing better, but
it's
still behind the Padres by a half game. These teams have problems.
Of
clearly.
course,
all these teams have problems.
But if you're the Cardinals, if you're a Cardinal fan, you're like, man, this is gravy for us. Like, we played really well, and we're rebuilding. We got young players. We got guys.
They're in just as big of a skid as the Padres right now too. They're 3-7 in their last 10. Have fallen to just 3 games above 500. So,
but I think the expectations are different for Padres fans and Cardinals.
Oh, absolutely. Our expectations should be much higher. I'm just wondering, like, which of these teams are going to rise up?
Now, if you want to look at a team like the Mets, right? I think that's a more fair comparison. High payroll.
Yeah.
Now, theirs is staggeringly high.
Yeah.
But a high payroll, supposed to be good. And again, they did not bank the early wins that the Padres did. But man,
they're 9 games under 500.
That games over 500 thing, as we talked about, could be sitting at 4 tomorrow, and then it could be sitting at 3 the next day, and then you're off and running to a pretty tremendous.
Then it could be sitting at under 97 if they lose all their 103 remaining.
That's true.
Games. So,
That's true.
You just follow that to its logical conclusion.
I think you just got to kind of follow the trend, and the trend of the Padres right now is we can't hit, and we certainly can't hit when there's an ability to score a run. That's been a bugaboo for as long as we can remember. And so you're not going to fire 5 of the players. But if you want to, this whole send a message thing, I don't know that I agree with it or not, but I don't know that Ted Williams helps this team hit. I really don't. I don't know that Barry Bonds, Ted Williams.
Do you not agree that pressing is the problem?
Yeah. And how do you tell somebody don't press?
Do you want to send a message like, doesn't that make the problem worse?
Well, we just got fired.
Now we're not going to press. Oh, yeah. All right. Now that everyone's panicking, now we can really relax and just be ourselves. Because everyone's panicking in San Diego.
Well, there's no magic pill. The Red Sox fired their manager. They stink. They're 9-20 at home. The Phillies fired their manager. They're playing much better under Don Mattingly. There's no magic solution, right? Again,
but as our friend John Marks told us, there was kind of a magic in the Phillies firing Rob Thompson because they were all waiting for it to happen.
Yeah,
and that kind of freed them up.
Yeah,
it was like, all right, well,
it's coming.
We've kind of hit rock bottom. I don't know, like what are the Padres expecting to happen though?
I have no idea.
I don't think there's an obvious, other than maybe getting the hitting coach fired,
right?
But I don't know that that's going to turn things around immediately. I would expect that it wouldn't. So,
anybody calling?
We have one caller on the line. I don't know who it is.
Okay,
you want me to take it?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Caller,
line
1.
Good
morning.
What is your name, sir?
This is Lewis. Good morning, sir.
Lewis, how are you, man?
Hey, man. Look, Craig Stammen's a nice enough guy and all, but I think it's time the Craig Stammen experience is over.
Wow, quick.
We need a manager that can manage a lineup, not a manager that can only manage the bullpen. He may be great at managing the bullpen, but even that's kind of questionable the last couple of weeks. Need to get rid of him, bring in Albert Pujols.
Okay. So my counter to that is they interviewed Albert Pujols, and from what I've heard, that it didn't go great, number one. Number two, he wanted to bring over an entire staff with him. And again, this is a guy with no managerial experience either. And number three, my only counter to that is he's still sitting there. No one's hired him. There's teams in desperate need of a new voice or a Hall of Fame hitter, right? To be the hitting coach. And no one's hired him. So that kind of says something to me. I don't know, again, if Connie Mack fixes this team at the helm. Joe Torre in his prime. I just don't know.
I think you can argue that, if they had hired Albert Pujols, would have come with its own set of issues.
Correct.
They might be better hitters. They might not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there something that he would have been able to do clearly, like, Craig Stammen's in over his head when it comes to hitting. He cannot help these guys hit.
He's not going to be able to help them.
They've hired, Steven Sousa Jr., first-time hitting coach.
Again, did Mike Schilt help them hit? Did Bob Melvin help them hit?
Right.
Did Andy Green and Jace Tingler help them hit?
Noted big league superstar Mike Schilt helping them hit. Bob Melvin was okay, but again,
he got to the big leagues, but again, I don't think he's in the cages showing them things.
I blame the players. It falls on the players. It really does. At this level, it falls on the players. It just does. I'm sorry. I know that's a tough pill for you to swallow, but for a lot of people to swallow. But I just. It's on the guys that make the most money, man, to get the job done.
We've got Lewis. Thanks for the call. We've got more calls on the line, but we have to get to traffic and our crap up, and we're nearing the top of the hour. So let's get to that, and then we'll continue on here.
Do we have to listen to the crap
We
up?
do on 97.3. It's sponsored
your
on
punishment.
97.3
That's true.
Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
Chula Vista in San Diego on the 5 northbound traffic is slowing down, getting past the 54 to the 15. The 94 westbound, very slow, getting onto the 805 northbound. I'm Sam Tidrick, it's San Diego traffic.
Traffic brought to you by Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilions. Shop Vons or Albertsons for hot deals on family favorites. This week, get fresh bulk boneless, skinless chicken breasts for $2.49 a pound. And Haagen-Dazs ice cream limit for total 14-ounce or 3-count bars are $1.99 each when you buy 2 with membership where applicable.
It's a shame, it's a shame, it's a shame if they lose.
You got a problem.
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
Supremely stupid.
It's time for the Padres
Crap up
with Ben and Woods. Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, here's something to cheer you up. The rooftop pool's open, day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
We'll give it 16 minutes of salt, and then we'll, get back on the pump and figure it out.
This game has got to come to an end. Tatis pretty good lead at first, started then stopped. Sheet swings, hits it in the air to right field and deep. Garcia backing up. He will watch. This one gonna go. Gavin Sheets a 2-run homer here in the third, and the Padres go ahead. It's 2-0. Harper swings, sends it in the air deep to left center field. Merrill's back at the wall. He can watch because it's gonna go. 2-run homer, Bryce Harper. That'll tie the game here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here is a broken bat grounder to short. Bogarts has it to second, on to first in time, and a double play. Though Harper is going to come in to score, and for the first time here tonight, the Phillies have a lead. It's 3-2. Owen swings, lines it into right center. That's down and a base hit. Bogarts hits second on his way to third. He will get there, and the first major league hit for Jace Bowen. 3-2 pitch, and Duhar swings, hits it on the ground slowly to third base, charged by Bohm. He's got it, will not make a throw, but back to second where Tatis had taken too big of a turn, and he will be tagged out near third by Turner. Hunters are down to their final stretch. On their feet in South Philly, the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 straight sweepers. Duran strikes out the side of the ninth. And the Phillies with a 3-2 win in game 1 of this series.
We cap in every game whenever they're close like this, where we could have, figured out a way to win on the margin there. And you know what? They just kind of outplayed us just a hair today. 1-run win by them. We didn't do the little things to help us stay in the game and win that one.
What was your perspective on the play with Tatis rounding second there? I mean, obviously that's a pretty bad spot to get caught there.
Yeah, one of those things, Fernando being aggressive. We've seen him do things like that and get away with it so many times that you don't want to take that out of him. You don't want to take that aggressiveness out of him. Does it look bad in that situation? Yeah, it does. But, it's part of baseball. You're going to make mistakes. We tell our guys to be aggressive, make mistakes being aggressive. We can't be reckless, but sometimes you got to live with it.
Sucks.
I don't disagree with Craig Stammen's philosophy, but when you are aggressive, you've got to pick the right spots.
Got to be
do
smart.
it. That was not
the right spot.
Not the right spot.
Not the right spot, man.
To be overly aggressive by Fernando Tatis Jr. I explained why.
If he,
2 outs. There's just no reason for it.
The minuscule advantage, if any, at that point. But it sucks, and things compound when it's going poorly.
I was obviously happy to see Jace Bowen get his first big league hit.
Yeah.
If he does not command the strike zone better, and it was the first game,
He's
I'm
had
sure some
4
nerves.
ABs.
He's not gonna last very long.
It's Johan Duran.
It wasn't just Duran. It was Nola. He did the same thing. It's
in his first AB in the big leagues. Oh my
first
God.
2.
We're doing this.
Yeah.
Ruthless.
Holy cow.
I mean, that's the knock on him, is that he's not a great controlling the strike zone. That's not what bothered me, though. You didn't even hear the play and at-bat that bothered me the most. We'll get to that and our incorporator next on the Fan. All right. Are you dying to know which at-bat had me seething, really for the first time all season? I don't seethe much when watching baseball. I try to take a healthier mental approach than my co-host over here.
What do you mean? I'm much better.
You've been better.
I've been so much better.
You still seethe a little bit. Your text threads to us would indicate otherwise.
Well, I just say this team sucks. That's what I say in my
Right.
text thread. I don't give any context. I just go, this team sucks right now.
So we just played the crap up for you. Padres down 3-2 in the 7th inning. Didn't make the crap up, but promising inning. 1 out. Xander Bogaerts draws a 4-pitch walk off Orion Kerkering. Had a nice, I think, challenge in there. Was good, just good eye. And then Jace Bowen comes up and on the 3rd pitch gets his little bloop single for his first major league hit and gets Xander over to 3rd base. So you got runners at 1st and 3rd with 1 out. And up steps Sun Mung Song. Now, my expect song has not gotten a hit in over 2 weeks. Not playing a lot, but
cool, man.
But certainly not the guy you're hoping to have up at the plate in that situation. But your bench isn't that deep right now.
What's on your bench? Casty?
You got Casty.
You got Durant.
You need to save
Rodolfo
because
Duran,
you're about to pinch hit
him.
for Fermin, so you can't. I guess you could have pinch hit Duran there, and then you pinch hit France for Fermin the other way.
So you had France, Casty, and Duran. Duran.
So you decide to stick with him. Now, you could have put a bunt play on. I was certainly thinking that was a possibility, a safety squeeze.
Yeah, all day.
If you get it down effectively, you can not only tie the game, but you can move the go-ahead run into scoring position with 2 outs for the single, potentially for Ty France. That would be a good outcome. We're not. I know you don't love bunting, but
stop. You got it.
That's a good outcome right there, especially with a bad batter.
I can't believe I have to clarify this to my partner and co-host. I don't like sacrifice bunting in the 1st inning with a guy that hits 360 in Luis Ariz. I don't like that. I think it's terrible. I don't like Jackson Merrill sack bunting. There's certain players that I don't like to. Freddie Fermin should bunt every time he has a bat in his hand. He should never swing. I don't care if there's nobody on. Bunt. Maybe they throw it away. So it's not that I don't like bunting. I don't like giving away out.
Gavin Sheets should never square the bat around once.
So giving away an out to get a guy to second for a team that can't hit and score with runners in scoring position is dumb. It's been dumb. But trading a run for an out is always smart.
And
always smart.
Now, I don't know their confidence level in Song getting one down in that situation against Kerkering, but they didn't put it on. Fine. All right, you're going with the swing away.
Why wouldn't you?
Song then gets ahead in the count 2-0. All right. I mean, the guy is now having trouble finding the plate.
Sure.
The 3rd pitch is way up high, bails him out, swings and fouls it off. So now it's 2-1. Not happy about that, but you're trying to lift the ball into the air, get it a sac fly. I can kind of understand the swing. 2-1. Bowen, who we know has incredible speed. We talked to John Conniff yesterday. Gets a great jump and takes off for second base on a 2-1 pitch, which is a fastball right down the middle. I have no problem swinging at it, but Song decides to take a defensive, emergency last-second swing to foul off a pitch. Now, if there's 2 strikes, of course, you can't strike out. You got to put bat on the ball. But you've decided that you're not putting that in play. You take an emergency hack, take away what was going to be a stolen base from your guy who was going to get over to second base, and you had no chance of doing anything with that pitch because you made such a late swing. Why are you swinging at that pitch 2-1 when your guy's got second base? Apparently, it seemed like it was in the bag based on his jump. It could have been a hit and run.
It's a hit and run count 2-1.
It was a possibility. Then why aren't you swinging earlier? Why are you just it's a pitch right down the middle? If it's a hit and run and that's the pitch you get, why aren't you on it then? That's what you're looking for. You know you're swinging, and you get a pitch right down the middle, and that's what you do with it. A defensive, short.
Hitting's hard. Hitting is hard, but
hitting is hard.
It's definitely definitely a pitch you can handle. If you're Stammen, do you push the issue? Should you have pushed the issue with Jace Bowen earlier? Right? Should you have pushed he's going. This kid's fast. Let's see what he's got. Worst case scenario, we still got to run around 3rd. What the worst case scenario, if he gets thrown out, now you got two runners.
And they're not going to. Bowen didn't feel like he got a good read. I mean, you never
really
go
know
if you don't feel you don't want to go in a bad situation. It's the first time he's ever been on base in Major League Baseball.
Again, it's the first time he's been on base ever in Major League Baseball, but you're also ripping him for his other 3 at-bats in his first game against really elite pitching. So if we're going to do one, we got to do the other. So the only thing I can think of is good process, poor execution on a hit and run. Maybe that's the only real logical explanation for that. But again, I think you lost that at bat when you didn't have him safety squeeze.
And then he takes a
Who was on third? Xander.
Yeah,
and he runs fine.
Yeah,
he runs well.
And then he takes a strike 3 right down the middle,
right down
to end the at bat when you've got a chance to bring in a run from third base with an out, which you can't get a hit with runner scoring position because you were 0 for 7, but you had a chance to score with an out there. And you could not even get the ball in play in that situation. And it wasn't because Kerkering was just throwing just nasty spin or anything. He was missing. He had to throw fastballs down the middle because he wasn't hitting with any of his other pitches. And you still did nothing with it. And that was the one that got me incredibly frustrated.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yesterday.
It's a very, very tough one. But like Drew says here, unfortunately, this team needs to sacrifice bunt when they have a chance. I don't care if it's Jackson, Manny, Toddy, runner on second, no outs, bunt all day till we prove we can drive. You cannot give up outs if you're the San Diego Padres with sacrifice bunts early in a game. And they were sacrifice bunting at Coors, and I think my hair turned white.
I mean, if you are really good with runners in scoring position, then move the guys over into scoring position.
If you're a really good contact team, you strike out
right
all
now
the
with
time.
Runners in scoring position. Bunting doesn't help you at all.
No, it just gives them an easy out. Trust me. Every team in baseball would say, hey, the Padres are coming in. Their offense is struggling. They've turned to the sacrifice bunt early in games. Every pitcher's like, thank God, easy out. Guys, when they're not hitting with runners in scoring position, don't give away outs, man. Do not hand them away. But in that case, to trade an out for a run is a great outcome. So, look, there's no magic pill for this team. There's no magic pill. We're all grasping at straws here, right? But I think Sung Moon Song there, if the bunt wasn't on, I think that's on Stammen, right? Number one. I'm not letting him. I have no confidence he's going to lace one into the gap and Bowen's going to score. None at this point. We haven't seen enough from him.
Eric says, Ben, tell us you've never played baseball without telling us. Obviously, he's sitting off speed. I haven't played at a high level, but I've watched a ton of it. And maybe he was sitting off speed, but should he have been? Kerkering couldn't get his off-speed pitches over the plate. And he had just, thrown you a fastball because he was trying to throw strikes and needed to get strikes. That's what he was throwing right there. You bailed him out on a fastball. And then you bailed him out on the second one by swinging late. And then he gives you a third one right down the middle. All I can think if you're sitting off speed, that was just wrong right there.
I feel like, Jesse talked yesterday about how pitchers pitch backwards. Now, you can't sit on anything. Yeah, it's almost impossible to sit on.
You can't. And if you're Sungmin Song, who's still trying to adjust to the fastball of the, Major League Baseball level caliber, you're supposed to be adjusting from fastball down to off-speed pitches, not sitting off speed because you can't hit a fastball anyway. Well, no, you're never going to get anything but fastballs if you're always sitting off speed.
But it's just, it's just a symptom. And listen, you're starting to hear the rumblings of, well, they've been doing this. This has been an issue for a while. And, maybe it's organizational what they teach. But I can't in good conscience come on the air today and have one bad thing to say about Jace Bowen and his at-bats. I just can't. And if that's the kind of grief, and I saw people on Twitter posting the videos. Yeah, man. He punched out on 3 pitches that weren't strikes from one of the best closers in the business in his first game, with the game on the line, by the way. In his first game. I'm keeping Ethan Salas in the minors until he's 30 years old. Can you imagine how Padres fans would turn on Ethan Salas after an 0-for-8 start to his big league career? Listen, it's this guy's first game. He got Nola, Kerkering, and Duran. Now, it's the big leagues. You're going to get guys of that ilk every night. Tonight's not going to get any easier for him, certainly. But holy cow, give the kid a beat. It's one game. One game.
I'm not saying to give up on him. I'm just saying he's going to need to be able to lay off pitches that are 4 feet outside.
So does Manny, who makes $40 million a year. So does Xander Bogaerts, who's turned into a pumpkin again. So does Jackson Merrill. Where's the grief for Jackson Merrill in the ninth inning? Swinging at a pitch at his eyes. If you throw it, he will swing.
I heard Tony Gwynn Jr., made a good point. He and Jesse were talking yesterday about, they did make some changes. When Mike Schilt left and Craig Stammen and Steven Susick Jr. came in, they made changes a lot of us wanted to see. More aggressive swings.
Yeah.
Try to do damage. Swing harder. Let's get that slugging percentage up. Let's not be second to last in home runs. What has happened, though, is that they have started doing that. Their strikeout rate predictably has gone up, which is okay if you're getting the slug that goes with it.
Like the Nationals.
All they're getting is the bad side of it and none of the good side of it. The slug is not going up at all.
You sacrifice for slug, and you're getting the Ks, and you're not getting
We
the slug.
praise the Nationals. They're doing the exact same thing. Their strikeout rate is up, but their slug is up because they're trying to do damage. The Padres are doing the same thing, except they're having no success at it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Is that a bad philosophy? It's a good philosophy for the Nationals. Apparently, it's not a good philosophy for the San Diego Padres.
Yeah, it's tough, and again, you can people will say, well, you got to go back to playing small ball. I will say this: small ball should be separated from bunting. Lead off double from Fernando Tatis after a great at bat, just missed a homer.
113.5 off the bat. He's looked much better. He's been the Padres' best offensive player the last couple of weeks.
I'm really glad we didn't trade him, as many said we should. I'm really glad we didn't send him to the moon, as many said we should. He's a really good player. He's going to figure it out, right? He's elite talent. Does dumb stuff on the base path sometimes. That can be excused if you hit. But I did think, lead off double. I'm not saying I don't need Gavin Sheets to bunt there. I do need him to pull a baseball to the right side. I do. I think that's only fair from your two-hole hitter. And I don't know that he's the perfect fit for your two-hole hitter. But then again, with this team, I have no idea who is. But that's a play that has to be made. Right? You have to get that ball to the right side to get him to third. Manny comes up. I mean, you're three-hole hitter with a runner in scoring position. Manny, you got to drive that run in. You have to. You can handle Aaron Nola. You can handle Aaron Nola. And you didn't, man. You kind of hit the weak bleeder. Nice play by Stop, but I don't think
I thought that one was going to fall in.
I did too. I didn't think the run was going to score, even if he was at third. But again, and then you go down after that. Who's 4-hole last night? Andujar. Who's, again, a pumpkin. So you have an entire team of guys turning into pumpkins, and the clock's nowhere near midnight yet, though. It's nowhere near. It's at 4. Like you're good. You got time.
I don't know how your analogy, though, your Cinderella, the pumpkin magically temporarily turns into a carriage. These guys weren't pumpkins. Jackson Merrill wasn't a pumpkin.
Right.
Like he was Prince Charming.
Correct.
and now all of a sudden they're all turning into pumpkins at the same time.
Yeah.
When that's not what they were. They didn't need, that's the real head scratcher.
It's so crazy though in Major League Baseball right now. Like Manny's got 10 bombs, 11 bombs. If that dude was hitting 237, no one's saying anything. He's playing good defense. I looked up his defensive stats this morning. His outs above average is good, 90th percentile stuff. But if he was hitting 230, it's like, oh, okay, he needs to get it going a little bit, but at least he's got 11 bombs or 10 bombs.
If Manny, Tatis, and Merrill were all having exactly their worst season,
yes, their lowest career season.
Their worst career season, the Padres would be fine. They would be very good right now. And I don't mean what they're doing right now. I mean what had been their worst season going into this year.
Yes.
If they just had their bottom baseline worst numbers,
crushing.
They're all so far below their worst season right now. Like you don't need, we're not asking them to be an MVP, the best ever. We're not even asking them to have a mediocre season. If they would all just have their worst season that they had shown up to this point, Padres would be more than fine offensively at the
we're
moment.
asking you guys to do the bare minimum here.
Yeah.
Do the bare minimum.
They're all so below what we thought was the worst possible season for them right now.
knowing full well how difficult it is and having the utmost respect for what they've done. Yeah, we're kind of just need you to do the bare minimum. And if you can do that, I think this team looks markedly different. I really do. So, but yeah, man, it's tough.
We got the incorporator here for Jesse. Yesterday, Jesse joined us on an incorporator Tuesday, and we gave him his J word for this week's Incorporator. Well, good news, Jesse. You don't have to spell the Incorporator. You just have to say it. Although this one isn't particularly complicated. We've reached J in the alphabet as we continue our week-by-week Incorporator. The word you have to get into the broadcast tonight, Paulie, is?
Jejune.
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 That sounds French.
It does sound French. It is the month between July and July.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding.
Idiot. Idiot.
It means not. It's an adjective meaning naive, simplistic, or lacking in intellectual substance.
July.
I'm very jejune, naive, lacking substance.
Jejune. Jejune.
Okay.
And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning last night. Jesse Agler on the call. Got Jejune in.
First and third, nobody out for Alec Bohm. First pitch, fouled back out of play. I know a lot of the radio broadcasts, they give you the full and complete out-of-town scoreboard. I mean, they're giving you every score, every picture of every game. And, we don't believe that's necessary in today's day and age, but Dave does such a good job kind of giving the highlights and some of the interesting things going on. Here's the 0-1. And Bohm takes a ball, one strike. And so always hats off to Dave. Last thing you want is a bunch of jejune observations, and he just makes sure you get all the best info on this out-of-town scoreboard every night.
Dave Marcus gets the assist there.
Love it. Jejune.
Yeah,
good word.
We want good information, not the jejune stuff.
Yeah. Last thing you want is a bunch of jejune observations, and he just makes sure you get all the best info.
All right, that's J. Next week we will have a K word. Will it be a silent K or will it be an actual hard K?
All right, I'm
find out
excited.
next week.
I'm excited.
All right, let's take a timeout. When we come back, it is time for Don't Do This. Didn't you have something you wanted to talk about?
I
Don't
do.
This?
No, for do this. It's
that's right.
Really, really, really sweet story that I wanted to share.
I'm going to rail on AI a little bit as well and Don't Do This. Coming up next, let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, when your baseball team is in the hunt, every decision matters. We can feel that. Preparation shows up. Mistakes get magnified. That's the same mindset people need heading into retirement. Once you're close, there's less room for error. Market downturns, inflation, or poor timing can have a bigger impact. That's why Trajan Wealth helps people prepare before it's crunch time. TRAJAN Wealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors help build income and investment strategies designed to weather volatility so you're not reacting under pressure. They're local, independent, right here in San Diego with offices at Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. If retirement getting closer, now's the time to be proactive. You can start by calling 855-TRAJAN-1 like I did. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1. And when you're ready, everything starts at TRAJANWealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. It is Ben and Woods, Brett Boone on a Big League Wednesday at the bottom of the hour. First, though, Don't Do This is brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
All right, let's get right to it.
You're not enjoying the baseball season very much if you are a fan of the Angels. It's just been really, really rough. But you know, there's been some bright spots for the team. This was not one of them. They were already down 7-0 to the Colorado Rockies at home last night. And Joe Adell is normally pretty sure-handed. We saw him rob 3 home runs in one game. One of the coolest things you've ever seen at a baseball game. Certainly, this one's going to live in infamy for a while. He goes back, hits him off the glove, hits him off the face.
Now fly ball right center from Rumfield. Adell's after it in the gap, and he makes the running catch. Oh, he didn't grab it. The ball actually clanked off of Adell, and I believe did it bounce over? I don't think so. Well, if it did hit off him and go over the wall, it's a home run.
Glove, face,
clanked it, hit him in the head, and no.
Be a home run. Chris, does still want to trade for Adell? Sure, at this point.
So I think he and Jackson Merrill were tied for most home run robberies. Does this put him one behind?
Yeah, he's got to go.
Do you lose one when you knock one?
It's a -1 HRR.
That's as bad as I've seen since Jose Canseco.
Yeah, it's tough.
Oh man,
he's got it. He's got a beat on it, everything and just boom.
Ouch.
But yeah, he had that monster game where he robbed 3. Yeah, do they take one away now? So now he's only robbed 2. Because you gave one back. Yeah. I mean, you literally that ball's a double.
That's an assist. That's an out.
It's an out or a double.
And now it's a home run. Yikes.
Oh.
All right. This is my personal little railing. And actually, I'm going to compliment Bryson DeChambeau because I don't think anybody thinks more about the golf swing, trying to, advance the state of his art than Bryson DeChambeau does. But he's been struggling this season on the Live Golf Tour, which does still exist. They were playing in South Korea this past weekend. And Bryson said to reporters, I went to the range and I decided to just go to AI, like Gemini, to try to figure out what was wrong with my golf swing. And it bothered me so much to hear him say that because AI is not some magic bullet. AI will draw from what it can on the internet to try to come up with a solution for you. But Bryson DeChambeau knows more about the golf swing than anybody.
Than artificial intelligence.
He is exactly. He is lowering himself to try to go to AI to come up with some solution. And, he talks about things, air density and, torque and gamma torque. And so far advanced beyond what even most professionals think about on the golf game and the golf swing level. How can you be so far off and in your head that you just go to the range and go, here's my swing, Gemini. What am I doing wrong? Can you fix me?
And
I guess that's the desperation.
I just looked up how to fix the San Diego Padres.
I said, what do the 2026 San Diego Padres need to do to fix their pathetic offense?
What's
the answer?
Number one, stop the lineup tinkering and build rhythm. Anchor Fernando Tatis Jr. at leadoff. Lock in a natural identity for the core. Manny Machado needs a permanent home to anchor the lineup. Historically, the cleanup spot makes the most sense. Young building blocks like Jackson Merrill shouldn't be shuffled all over the order like a utility piece. Keeping him in a defined spot like the 2-hole against righties, let him establish a steady approach behind Tatis. Solve the first inning, first look inertia. Balance the rest schedule with offensive continuity. Overcome the psychological block with runners in scoring position. If only it were that easy.
This one says, implement Souza's approach. New hitting coach Steven Souza Jr. is prioritizing aggressiveness in the strike zone.
So
the hitters must execute his plan to jump on pitchers' mistakes rather than getting behind in counts and swinging at pitchers' pitches.
Wow. Very, very interesting.
Should just ask the AI like a month ago.
Yeah, for sure.
Turn things around.
But my point is, AI doesn't have all the answers. It can be helpful if you really don't know something about anything. Yeah. But if you're already an expert in the field, you're lowering yourself to ask AI.
It says here the Padres need their highly paid stars, Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr., to break out of prolonged slumps.
Okay,
I'd say that would be a good start.
Pretty revolutionary stuff there.
Stammen should bring each guy to the office saying, I'm going to need you to break out of your prolonged slump today.
Correct.
Thank you.
Also, can you guys
for
get
your
over
attention to this matter?
Can you guys all get over the psychological problem with hitting with runners and scoring positions?
Great.
That would be great if you could. We minimize, but it's what people talk about every single day.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's do some do this.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
Well, this is pretty awesome. I saw this yesterday. Jacob Mizorowski, he's a card lover like me and Paulie. Loves baseball cards, loves Pokemon cards. He was in a card shop yesterday, and this little kid was there with his dad, and they recognized Big Miz. Like, oh, my God, that's Jacob Mizorowski. So not only did Jacob Mizorowski stopped to take a picture with the kid, he bought the kid a box of Bowman, sat there with the kid, and ripped the cards with him in the shop. 5-year-old kid, maybe 6-year-old kid.
Wearing a little Brewer shirt.
Yeah, gave him some pitching advice as well. Bro, how do you not love this guy? I mean, you just love him. Paulie, what's that box run for? About $75?
About 50, 60.
50, 60, $70 maybe. But yeah,
he's still making the minimum.
Yeah.
Remember, he hasn't gotten his big deal yet, right?
Bought a little kid a box of cards and said, hey, man, let's sit and rip this together. Awesome. It's like a dream. And I, of course, thought, who would I most want to rip cards with? I've been thinking about it. I don't know.
Really?
I have no idea. Michael King would be fun. He's just fun to hang out with.
You said that Jace Bowen is a
big
card
guy.
Yeah. Yes, you've heard that?
Guy. But man, that was it's really sweet.
That is nice.
Cute. Yeah.
Maybe that's the difference in winning the National League Pitcher of the Month for him over Christopher Sanchez.
KG says, what's he about to do? A flying kick on that kid.
Hey, man, those Bowmans are hard to find these days.
They are. And they're pricey, too, but they're really, really fun.
You bought one for this kid. Are you not going to buy one for – if you were in the store, what would you – do I not get one too, Miz?
It would be so – you talk about jealousy and seething earlier. Little kids, right? I'd be seething with jealousy, So good.
That is Don't and Do This for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, Google, what's wrong with the Padres?
They stink.
Yeah. Wonder if Brett Boone changing his tune at all. He's been very of the things are going to be fine.
Hit better. Yeah, that's a good one.
These guys are going to turn it around. What does it take for Brett Boone to go, all right, now there's cause for concern? We will ask him on a Big League Wednesday coming up next with Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
We can definitely take some more phone calls in the second half of our program. I know some people tried to get through, weren't able to. We didn't. I think we only took the one.
Why did we only take the one?
Well, we had other things to get to, but we've got a good chunk of time for you in the second half of the program. But right now, going to go out to our SDCCU fan hotline, not Big Bank Banking. It's better. We are joined by Odyssey MLB insider Brett Boone. Brett, the host of the Brett Boone podcast, featuring the most notable names in MLB and around sports every week. Insider calls presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional grade products you need delivered when and where you need them. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Brett, good morning. You've been pretty adamant as the Padres have struggled offensively as a former big leaguer yourself. These guys are veterans. They're going to get it turned around. Hasn't really happened yet. At what point should we start to really be concerned that this is going to be a really bad season for Manny, for Merrill? Tatis is hitting a little bit better, but still just has the one home run. When do you actually get worried as a big leaguer?
Right now.
All right. Thanks, Brett.
Asked and answered.
Talk to you next week.
Yeah. No, I have a lot of grace. April's one thing. May, June. You're starting to wonder what's this year going to be like from an offensive standpoint. It's been remarkable. The one saving grace, I think, and I think it's really important to today's game compared to past generations. It's not like this 15, 20 years ago with the playoff format, the way it's set up. It's all about getting there. And with the injury, it seems like the game today is so injury prone.
Sure.
I think that's why you see the Dodgers have had so much success because of their depth. It's almost like the 162 doesn't matter anymore, if that makes sense. It's like when I played, it was 162. We got to steamroll people. We got to win as many games as we can. We're definitely winning our division. That was the mindset. And you get to the postseason, and it's okay. Now we got to go. I don't think it's like that anymore. Injuries happen all the time. The 10-day IL is just a regular thing, it seems like. The guys that have the most pitching, one guy goes down, we got another guy to fill in here, and boom, boom, boom. We hold serve. We have a solid year to get a seat at the table, and hopefully then we've done what we needed to do at the trading deadline. We've got all our ducks in a row, and now we go to that postseason, which, by the way, I loved every postseason I got to be in. I grew up watching Dad when it was the East and the West, and there was one playoff series, and then you go to the World Series. So it was that 162 was so important. But to be honest with you, from an entertainment value, I love the way it is now. I love all these teams getting in. It's the easiest time ever to get into the postseason, but I think they've been overwhelmingly entertaining. So the one saving grace, I think, for the Padres in this long-winded answer I'm giving you is with their offense being so anemic, and it has been. They're holding serve, and they're right there, and they've survived this. You got to hope in the second half, and I have no idea the updates with a Musgrove and a Pivetta. You've survived these things. I know Marquez had a rehab assignment last night.
Yep.
King has done well. They had a rough week. But they haven't had many rough weeks, this Padre team, to be sitting here where they're at. Buehler has been – I watched Buehler at the beginning, and I thought, I don't know. You know what? He's held on pretty good. He's got a sub-5 ERA. Giolito, for me, I've got to see some more.
Sure.
Canning, okay. I think Vasquez has turned the corner. I think he's gotten better in the last year. But you really need those guys. You need a Pivetta. I don't know what the Musgrove future is, but you're going to need some things. This bullpen, that's the one thing with the Padres I don't worry about, because I watch all these games, and I still think, pound for pound, I'll take this Padres bullpen over anybody. And you know what? They really play tight defense. This Padre team is exceptional on the defensive side of the ball. I don't think Manny's going to hit 170 all year. I don't think Tatis is going to have one homer. But guys like that, we expect Tatis to hit 30, 35. We expect Manny, Manny's power's there. Manny's probably going to hit 25 home runs. But we expect Manny to hit a little better than 170. So you got guys like that. Jackson Merrill, we're expecting at this point, we're getting a little more out of Jackson Merrill than we have. And I don't think this team went into this season going, okay, we're going to rely on Andujar and Sheets to carry us. and which have been the go-to guys in that lineup. And I don't think that's the way the Padres lined it up. But all that negative I just said, positive is they're holding serve, and they're still a playoff team at this point. Something's got to happen with this offense, and I don't think you can keep going on this scenario. I don't think you can just come dead last in all the offensive categories and expect to be a playoff and a team taken serious in the postseason. But we'll see. You've definitely got the track record of players to do it. Whether they're going to do it or not, we'll see.
Talking to former big league player, former All-Star, and former Major League Baseball hitting coach Brett Boone here on Ben and Woods this morning. I see the word approach thrown around a lot on social media. A lot. I hate this team's approach. Is that something, Booney? Yeah. So I see it a lot, and explain approach, right? A team organizational
Good question.
philosophy,
Yeah,
right?
good question.
I want a former, again, All-Star, big leaguer, big league hitting coach.
You said Major League Baseball player.
Yes.
Come on, Woods. That's amateur hour.
All-Star.
All right, finish your question.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I'm
What is approach? When you and walk us
Does it
through,
even exist? Is that something that actually exists?
Right.
Like,
Absolutely.
okay.
Is it
a team-wide approach?
Team-wide approach. So when you got into the Rangers organization, you walked in day one and said, "This is our new approach, fellas. Your approach before was wrong. Now Booty's here. It's right." Talk
Booty.
to me.
Whatever Booty says, that's correct. I am
talk
the
to us
guru of approaches.
Talk to us about approach.
Well, I think there's two approach. There's a team-wide approach, absolutely, and then there's an individual approach, and that's something that you have to figure out every day. The individual, I think, is really important because that adds to the collective. So
Sure.
on a daily basis, I need to get to the ballpark, analyze myself. Who am I facing? How am I swinging? What is my swing like right now? Can I go with my A swing? Do I need to go with my B swing? Do I need to go with my C, maybe emergency swing to survive and maybe help my team win today? Find out who's pitching, what's my history against him, how am I seeing the ball? All those go into my calculations going into the game from an individual standpoint. The team approach, the collective, I think, and I preached this in Texas. I didn't come in and say, this is the way we're going to do it. But it's a very simple thing. We play baseball the way you're supposed to play baseball. We move the line. When we get a runner on second, doesn't mean we give ourselves up, give our bat up, but we give it our best to move that runner to third. When we get to third, we have a different mindset as we don't strike out right now because we have to touch this ball for this runner to score from third base. That's the approach winning teams, great teams have always played. And I'll tell you, it's very, when you start doing it, especially when the big guys in the lineup start playing the game correctly, it really catches on. And that 25th man on the roster is going, wow, if Tatis is playing that way, if Machado's playing that way, I'll be damned if I'm not going to play that way. I remember in the early 2000 teams with Seattle, it's the best I've ever seen. I watched Edgar Martinez do it. And I said, if Edgar Martinez do it, I'm going to do it. The thing that people don't think about in the approach of the collective for a team, it's not that important. It's not that most important thing is that you move that guy from second to third. It's that guy on deck may have not driven in a run for 10 days. He knows he's going to drive in a run again one day, but he's one of my main guys in the lineup. If I see the guy in front of him move a runner on purpose to get him an easy RBI, and he hits a sacrifice fly and scores, all of a sudden his mind says, I can drive in a run. That helps the collective. Sure. That's what a winning team is. When you can genuinely sit in a dugout and genuinely pull for your teammates, that's something. I don't see that a lot. You see the guys that are worried about themselves, and I'm not saying this Padre team. I'm just saying I've seen teams, I've played on teams that are worried about themselves. Somebody does something good. Yeah, way to go. Why couldn't it be me? But when you sit down and you have a genuinely excited and pulling for one another, that's a tough opponent to have.
I see that in this team. I do. I see it in this team.
It's a simple approach, though.
But the execution, right? Like I see these guys; they genuinely root for each other. I believe that in my wholehearted, right? but it's the execution with these. I see it on Twitter like, oh, they're playing hero ball. And I'm like, I don't see that either. I see them just not being good right now. That's what I'm seeing is like, but it's
exactly
the collective slump is really hard to stomach.
Well, and you're from a fan's perspective, you're result oriented. So if you win the game, wow, they're playing good team baseball. If you lose the game, these are selfish SOBs.
Yep.
That's just life. That's what makes this world go round. That's what makes baseball great. That's what makes fans so unbelievable. It's because they have that right to do it. It's the reason we get to do this for a living is because these fans are allowed to be passionate about their players, about their team, come to the game, yell at you sometimes, boo you sometimes, and cheer you beyond belief when things are going well. That's what makes this game the game. When you're a player, you sign up for this, you know you're going to hear it, especially now. I didn't have to hear it on Twitter when I was playing. I just heard it on talk radio. I listened to Ben and Woods, and they used to blast me when I wasn't playing well. No, I'm kidding. But it's different now, but you have to, you know what you sign up for. That when you choose this occupation, you got to have thick skin, and you got to be able to deal with that. But I love the fans' perspective because it is when they react that way, the typical answer is, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. No, that's called passion. That's called we love our team so much that sometimes we say irrational things, but that's what makes it great.
Odyssey MLB insider Brett Bone with us, brought to you by Grainger on our Big League Wednesday. I guess when my approach question, and we just saw the Padres play the Washington Nationals, and a lot was made. Their strikeout rate is up, but, Brett, they're also hitting for more slug. They're kind of selling out to try to do some damage. That's their philosophy under Blake Butera. Do damage. The Padres, and Tony Gwynn Jr. talked about this yesterday during the broadcast. Padres are also selling out a little bit more. Their strikeout rate is up. They're not getting the results out of it, though. They're not getting the extra base hits, the slug for the selling out. That's one thing you can do with an approach. You don't always choke up with 2 strikes or just make your short swing. You'll take a few more strikeouts to do damage. It's just not working for the Padres right now.
Well, I think it sounds good. That's what the Washington Nationals do. The Washington Nationals are doing. They're selling out. Anytime I've heard a guy go, "Oh, we're gonna try to hit for more power," good luck. You're dead in the water. I don't think that's a thing. It's not a thing. That's not how you play baseball. You play it correctly. When you get to a 2-0, 3-1 count, you let it go. You're feeling good. You let it go. That doesn't mean I'm trying to hit a homer. I'm just trying to hit this ball harder than I think it's possible to hit a ball. Now, staying within the zone, not being out of control. But when you're a big leaguer, that's tends to be expected. So I don't think it's that. You play the game right. You put the ball in play when you're supposed to put the ball in play. You move the line. You do the little things. That's how you win games. And for all these teams that say we're selling out, we're going to hit more home runs this year, I don't believe you. I don't think that's possible. I think at my absolute best, when I was having my best year ever, I didn't sell out and think, oh, I'm going to hit more home runs this year. Oh, it's a home run count. Let me hit a home run. That's when I go backwards. No, let me hit this ball hard through the middle of the field. Always staying through the middle of the field. So I think because they're the Nationals and they're doing a good job and they've got some young talent, they're having success. I don't think it's because they're selling out. I think it's because things are just going well and they've got good hitters hitting well. I think that's what it comes down to.
I mean, that's it, man. Hard middle, gap to gap. Nothing's changed in this game in 100 years, man.
Never. Always stay through the middle. It keeps you on the off speed.
We have to stop. We have
pull
to
side
stop.
air.
Pull side air. Hard middle.
I want to throw up when I hear that.
Right. You're right. Exactly. Like hard middle.
Except when you played, at least when you started, they didn't always have a defender that was standing right behind second base.
Yes, they do now. Brutal.
Ben, that is a great point because I have a son-in-law and I always stay through the middle. But Brett, they play it.
They do.
It doesn't
play
mean,
the middle.
It doesn't mean you hit it there. Okay, it means your approach is through the middle in your brain.
It's a state of mind.
To smoke something, right? It's like
state of mind.
When you hook a ball down the left field line and wrap it around the foul pole for a fair home run, what is that? That's really good. Thinking about doing that is really bad. So it's all thought process. And other than Tony Gwynn, I've never met anybody that can actually aim where they're going to hit the ball.
Yeah.
It's a thought process, and that's all it is.
It's a state of
Brett,
mind.
appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Booney.
Good stuff. I mean,
Great
as
stuff,
always,
man.
you've been killing it
Crushed
this season. Appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys.
That is
brother.
Odyssey MLB Insider Brett Boone. Again, Insider Calls brought to you by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, call clickgrainger.com or just stop by.
Again, it hasn't changed. Punish mistakes when you get them in the zone, hard middle, do damage. I mean, nothing's changed, and we try to complicate it, and talk about, well, this team they're scuffling, so their approach is bad. They miss some hittable pitches, like more than I've ever seen them miss. Manny in particular, Toddy in particular this year, Jackson Merrill in particular. But I also see these guys expanding the zone, trying to do too much, not staying in that hard middle kind of state of mind.
And, crazy thing is, we've been losing our minds about yesterday's game in particular. Xander hits that about 3 feet to the right in the ninth inning, and you got a tie game still, 3-3. It was still that close, which is, I guess, what makes it even more frustrating. All right, we will come back. Supposedly, we're going to get the National League Pitcher of the Month award. Could be who the Padres are facing later today. We'll also play some Take on Woods and, take your phone calls. All coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
Oh, my God. We are halfway home on a Wednesday. Ben and Woods, 97.3. The big yawn from the big guy over here. You rarely see that.
Sorry.
From the chairman.
I got a long day ahead. I'm anchoring again tonight.
Oh, you are?
At Channel 10.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the pre-NBA Finals newscast from 4 to 5, and then I'll be on right after the game. So you have your station tuned to Channel 10. Just stick after the game between the Spurs and the Knicks.
Will we see any like local commercial breaks during the game?
You
like,
will.
hey, stay tuned after the game right here on 10 News. Ben Higgins.
Yeah, quick 4-second IDs. You will
Yeah.
probably see me pop in during the NBA Finals tonight if you're watching.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. What time's that game?
Game is at 5.
Okay.
5:30.
Yeah, 5:30, but
And then
pregame show at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, 5:30.
Usually we get on the air
tip-off, which
around
means 5:45.
8. We usually get on around 8 for our newscast, post from 8 to 9.
What time will you be home?
And then we've got our 11. We'll probably tape most of that. So I'll be home around 10
No,
probably tonight.
not terrible.
So bad.
No, I've got another practice at 5:30 tonight. So that's great. I get a little bit of the first 3 innings of the Padres game and then go coach little kids.
Plus, how about this? I told you I got some free pizza for Election Day yesterday. I just got the email from my boss. First Wednesday of the month. We're celebrating birthdays at Channel 10 today. It says, come enjoy some strawberry cream pie in the newsroom break room to toast all of our employees who are having birthdays in the month of June. So I've got some strawberry cream pie to look forward to today at work.
I've never heard of a workplace that has more cream pies than Channel 10 ever.
No kidding.
I mean, it's like the go-to. Normally, they're like, we'll have cupcakes or we'll have, birthday cake. Not Channel 10. Cream
We're a
pies
big cream
for
pie
everyone.
workplace.
You
Yeah.
get a cream pie. You get a cream
one.
pie.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
My God.
It's incredible.
So I'm thinking it's going to be a good Wednesday.
So you got free
it
pizza.
sounds like it.
Yeah,
I'd
it sounds
say
like
so.
sounds like a
I'd say
fantastic
so.
best Wednesday in a while. Most pizza last night, cream pies today. What's next for
Don't know.
Channel 10? Bring in a smoker to
Ooh,
cook up
smoked
some
meats.
brisket. Yeah,
Got some strawberry cream pie
delicious.
to look
Yeah,
forward to today at work.
your new tagline: Channel 10, home of the cream pie. They love it so much there. That's is that now? Who makes this decision? Is this your boss's
Yeah, it's
decision?
just our news director just decides what dessert to bring in each month.
Okay, all right.
Unbelievable.
It's
Come
beyond.
enjoy some strawberry cream pie.
It's beyond incredible. So what a treat. Nice to look forward to something,
No kidding.
right?
Exactly.
Like if I was promised the same thing, I'd be elated. Like after I finish baseball practice tonight.
It's 8:04 a.m. right now, and if I knew there was a strawberry cream pie,
Banana
a
cream
banana
pie?
cream
Oh,
pie,
my
any
God.
cream pie waiting for me later,
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, nothing can hurt me today.
Finish up the game.
All good.
Finish up practice at about 7. Get home about
Yeah.
7:15, 7:20. Shower, get the kids down, and it's just me and the missus. And that's what's waiting for me. I mean, I'm literally looking forward to the end of the day today. Man,
I like your company. We don't get any cream
No.
pies here.
Adam has never once even offered a cream pie for us. Not
Once.
even he's never even offered it. Much less brought several in. Has never even said, "Can I get you guys a cream pie this morning?" Never once. And that's not going to bode well for him in contract negotiations. I'm going to tell him that right now.
People have no problem bringing us pizza, wings, donuts. Haven't gotten
a cream
What
pie.
is it
pie.
that Frank Marchese brings in?
He did pudding.
It was creamy. It was delicious.
Say that, and he made cheesecake, homemade cheesecake. That was like
crazy
to die for. It's absolutely to die for. Well, congratulations to you. You're the lucky one out of the three of us. I had one of the more panicked moments.
Oh, you know what it is?
What?
One of us doesn't collect baseball cards, and one of us has a strawberry cream pie waiting for him later today.
Fair, man. And it's funny you bring that up because I did something that induced a tremendous amount of panic. And you're going to make fun of me because, well, I'm not great with technology, as you guys know, but I've done pretty well on eBay, selling baseball cards. I'm at right now. Look at that total. I just started, right? That's what I've made so far.
Right. Remember, you have to subtract expenses, though.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
but like,
That's not all profit.
no, I'm not saying it's all profit, obviously.
But yeah, you're doing well. People are buying what you have to offer.
A lot of it, and
You're
so
flogging your wares on the internet, and people are interested.
So you ship out cards. Well, the other day I woke up, I had 2 orders. So I printed out everything. I packaged it neatly and nicely, and I sent them off. Got a DM from a guy last night. He goes, "Hey man, you actually sent me 2 cards, and I only bought 1.
Wow,
I
that's
sent
honest.
I sent him 2 when 1 should have gone to Marlborough, Massachusetts. They ended up here locally in San Diego, and I panicked. I panicked because they have the key. He goes, "Hey, you sent me this one too," and
That means someone else is getting the wrong cards,
and they paid for shipping, and they're waiting, and
You're
all that.
Get dinged, complaints, bad service.
I got 100% right now satisfaction rate, and it's important to me. So I said, "Oh man, what a nightmare!" And he saved me. He goes, "There's good people out there." He goes, "Hey, tell you what. Send me the address. I'll ship it for you. I'll send you the new tracking." I go, "Dude, are you kidding? Thank you so much." So he did. I had to write the other person back. I refunded their shipping and said, "Shipping's on me. It's going to take a little longer than usual." But oh my God, you want to talk about panic and I don't know how. I think I just printed the same label
You're
twice.
good at customer service.
I'm
though.
really good at customer service. Too good, in fact.
You
at
handle
customer
most of our customer service as well. With
By
the tier
most of it,
ones.
do you mean 100% of it?
Well, there's a possibility that Paulie does some of it as well. But
Less than he used to.
I
would
know
say.
that you'd handle the majority of our customer service.
Yes. Somebody's at Coastal Card Collector. I'm at Woodsy SD22. That's my eBay store name. But it was so panic. I started flop sweats. I was like, oh my God. Because what do you do? And if this guy had said, "Yeah, sorry, man, I would have said just keep it. I would have had to refund it, and that guy would have gotten 2 cards. But there's good people out there, man. The guy went the extra mile to mail that for me, and I'm very appreciative of it.
Do you ever run weekly specials?
No,
get discounts on Wednesdays for cards.
I do
anything?
discounts, but I don't do it's Discount Tuesday. I'll send offers like 10% off, 15% off, whatever, just to try to get rid of some.
Signature Saturday, all autographed cards, 20% off.
These are good ideas, man. These are good ideas. Yeah. So it's been fun though. Like I'm not making a ton of money off of it, but I get a little charge when somebody buys my card.
I've never run a business at all of my own. Now you've worked many other places, but have you ever been like your wife runs her own business?
Yes,
I've always found that
unbelievable,
very impressive because I've never been anything other than an employee in all my jobs that I've had in television and radio, which is pretty much all I've done. Not easy to start. I know some people have tried to start their own media companies.
Not easy.
That's not easy to do. So I've always just been content serving my role as an employee. But now you have, kind of running your own baseball card business.
Well, I'm running a baseball card business and a baseball team, which is really has been
not for profit at this point.
Not for profit. No,
maybe someday
for love of the game. Nah, I think that's when. I think you maybe not.
Pay yourself a nice salary every year.
Sounds good in theory, but I also don't want to be like, "Hey, parents, I know it was free. It's now $10,000 a month." I'm not that good, right? Like,
maybe you will be.
Everyone's going to.
Everyone decides that you are, then you are.
Everyone's going to graduate to bigger programs. I'm fully confident of that. Bigger and better. Like
just a feeder program.
For example, showed up at the field last night, and he runs a couple of teams. But it was a 12U team that were finishing up before we were there. Now, we're little, man. We got 8-year-olds, right? We're going to flip to 9U August 1st. But Kevin Euclid was out there running cage work with these guys. And he runs a team war stick. And, if you love baseball, you've always liked Kevin Euclid. Weirdest stance ever, the whole bit. But watching
the Greek god of walks.
Let me tell you something, Ben. You want to feel small and like an imposter, go out while Kevin Euclid's team is hitting, and then you have your team hitting, and you're in the cage, but Euclid was in there before, and you are going, all right.
You feel like you're sullying
oh my
his
God,
cage
dude,
a little
yes,
bit.
I did. I 100% did. And I thought to myself, yeah, man, I need to know when they I want to just come watch his practices because they're gnarly.
But as you said, was it last week? Does he know how to talk to kids?
That's it.
Like you know how to talk to kids.
That's it. That's what Q told
it's
me.
It's because you are a child at heart.
Correct.
That you still are able to communicate on their level.
Correct.
You share similar senses of humor.
Yes.
To 8-year-olds, which I think makes you quite relatable to them. See? He thinks that's funny. He thinks that's funny.
There's nothing not funny about that. But I'll tell you, I walked up, kid was throwing a bullpen, and I was like, oh my God, dude. 12 years old. I was like, sit it, just whack. I watched the catcher move. I watched how his kids move, and I thought to myself, I can't teach this. I don't have it in me to teach this. Hopefully they discover it somewhere else and just come play for me. Because it really is. It's really, I don't want to say emasculating. I don't want to say that's the right word, but it is. You look at it and you go, I'm falling woefully short. Now we've had 3 whole practices at this point, but to your point, setting this up and executing is basically a second job and maybe even a third job at this point. But it's been a delight.
I promised to take some phone calls. We're not going to I'm not going to ask for calls right now because we got Take on Woods coming up next. Want to clear the lines, though. I see Ron's been holding on. So why not get one call in, and then we'll clear the lines for Take on Woods, and then we can get to some more calls later. Ron, you wanted to talk some San Diego Padres with us?
Hi, Ron.
Good morning, gentlemen. Hey, first of all, let me thank you all. The first baseball season, I put 20 down on Kalshi that Ben and Woods would take phone calls from fans before the All-Star break. So damn if I didn't win. I won. The only problem is nobody else did, so I just got my 20 back.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Thank
not
you
a
all
big
very
market.
much.
Yeah.
That's a genius way to open your call.
Hey, just one thing, guys. We talk about the Padres all the time, but can somebody tell me why every pitcher that we've never seen that has a 7 ERA comes in and makes us look like they're Cy Young?
Man,
they throw crap, they throw changeups, slurves, you name it, and we cannot square these guys up.
It's baffling.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't. It's
But
baffling.
anyway, boys, yeah, exactly. It's unbelievable. And, I'm not giving up on this team. We've gone through this before. I think it's an organizational thing that we go through these 2-week periods of not hitting. It is what it is. These are Padres. We're Padre fans. And, boys, I can't thank you all enough for being on in the morning. You make my life happy. And thumbs up for taking my call today.
Thank you,
Now,
brother.
I can
Ron.
put my
Appreciate it,
next
Ron.
bet
Yeah,
down.
that's a good call. I think
don't spend that 20 in one
I think
place.
part
bud.
of the answer, and you've alluded to it before, these Padres, especially this season, have trouble hitting spin. Generally, the guys who come in with a 5 ERA are the ones who don't have great fastballs, so they're also throwing a lot of spin, off-speed stuff, junk balls, and the Padres have had trouble with that the first 2 months of the season. So, yeah, I mean, everyone's going to have trouble with Christopher Sanchez. Aaron Nolan's thrown well the last 2 starts against the
us,
Padres. Yeah. But these other guys who you think, they're going to kill him, they're just continuing to throw a lot of off-speed stuff, a lot of, knuckle curves. You see a ton of those against the San Diego Padres.
Man.
A lot of
Sweeper's a big
sweepers.
player.
And you just don't see the Padres really doing any damage against those pitches.
I think you brought it up yesterday. The Cubs were like, They were really bad at hitting spin. Other teams figure that out. So they've spun it. They saw the most spin last month, and we know how last month went for them as well. It's a game of adjustments, and they're not easy to make. They're not easy to make AB to AB or pitch to pitch. It's just not easy. It's just it's not an easy thing. I would never want anybody to think that we're saying, it's an easy game, because I think we all know it's really, really tough. But it's true. Angelo says they also have trouble with velo. So
well, I think every team has trouble with velo. I mean, like real strong velocity is always going to be a plus for any pitcher. You can get away with 98, a mistake or two at 98, but that's not just the Padres. That's any team's offense.
The thing with this team, and what was his name, Ron? I think Ron, what I would say, what I've noticed from my very untrained eye, is they just miss too many mistakes and they expand the zone too much. And that combination of expanding the zone and missing your pitch, you cannot recover from it. You just can't. And anybody that's ever done it, and you may take a good rip at it and you miss it, and you're like, that's why you see guys go after they foul a fastball straight back. The mentality isn't, oh, hell yeah, I'm right on this guy. You're like, I'm dead. I'm dead now because I missed the one pitch I could handle, and God only knows what this guy's going to throw at me now. That's
Now
why
I'm in the
they're
hole,
mad,
now I'm
right?
screwed.
Yeah, now you're like, oh, God. It's happened to everybody that's ever played the game their entire lives. You miss your pitch and you go outside of the zone, it's not going to be a good outcome for you. It's just not.
All right, let's take a timeout. When we come back, we will play our game of Take on Woods. We got 2 categories left this week, movies or wild cards. So if you'd like to play, try to qualify for our staycation grand prize, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Play our game, and then we can get back to the phone calls. Coming up next, first this hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball is back, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio for a free month of pool service. Back next year on 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, played at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
You know, we talk about process in baseball, right? There's a process to playing cards. There's a process, especially like blackjack. There's definitely a process. And if you focus on the process more than your emotion, you will do okay.
Yeah, it's a good point. You can make all the right decisions.
Correct. You still lose. 100%.
And you can make dumb decisions like
and win.
Hit on a 13 against a 6.
Split 10.
There's an 8. All right, I just won. Doesn't mean that you should be doing that.
Correct.
Either way, at 7 Mile Casino, you're going to have a lot of fun because it's San Diego's best card room. It's upscale. It's friendly. It's comfortable. You'd hate to walk into a card room where you feel like, oh, it's regulars. They don't want me to be here. And then you just walk right back out. That's not going to happen at 7 Mile Casino. They are very, very love to see new guests in there, really make you feel comfortable with what they've got set up down there in Chula Vista.
That's exactly right, Benny. And best part, it's just 7 short minutes from downtown San Diego. So if you're downtown, you know, in the back of your head, I can go get a great meal. I can go to a smoke-free environment. I can go watch the game sitting at the really nice bar on the nice patio. I'm just 7 minutes away.
Yeah. If you're going to 7 Mile Casino, your process is correct.
Correct.
We'll see how the results are, but the process is correct. Right off the 5 in Chula Vista. Check it out today. 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
It's a funny name for a song.
Yeah, what jail is like. That's what we were just talking about at the break. Not what actual jail is like, but being a Padres fan right now, because you're not getting blown out. 8-0 game, you're like, all right, I can go do other things. I can go take the garbage out, make my kids lunches, go do something, go sell baseball cards.
Go stare at the wall.
Go stare at the wall, meditate, do push-ups, whatever. You're in this purgatory of being in every single game every night, it seems, and without really feeling that they have the ability to win some of these. They got incredibly, I don't want to say lucky, but they were incredibly fortunate to win some of those early, the Mother's Day miracle from Casty, some of the Sheets walk-offs. I mean, those are great. You love those, and they had so many moments, but the moments have dissipated at this point, Benny.
What does Mud like to say? Bloop and a blast.
Yeah.
So the 2-run game. You're always kind of in a 2-run game. He also says slam range. That's a little less feasible down 4
for sure.
But in this last streak where they've lost 7 of their last 8 games, they've been in bloop and a blast range in the last 3 innings in every single one of those games. They haven't gotten blown out in any of these.
Which, in a lot of regards, I think, at least for me as a fan, makes it more frustrating.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I think we're insane for saying that, all of us, because
it's a much more frustrating watch.
It's a frustrating watch when you lose, but you do want to be in games. I've been on teams where you just get bodied, and I've been on teams where you just body everybody, neither of which are really that fun. Having a good game and being in it in the 7th, I think we would all sign up for that 162 times a year. Hey, we're in it in the 7th, guys. You in? Yes, 100%. So we're emotional. People are emotional. I totally get it. This is a really funny comment in the chat by Angelo. 20 years ago this month, the Padres fired hitting coach Dave Magadan. They were last in team batting average. The more things change, the more they stay the same. That was 20 years ago this month, Benjamin. Do you remember the Dave Magadan days?
I remember when Dave Magadan was actually on the Padres.
See, I didn't know. I knew he played for the Mets.
He did
I didn't
play
know he was here.
For the Padres late in his career.
Who didn't at that time?
He took so many pitches. He was right up there, like league leaders of just pitches taken throughout the end of his career when he was on the Padres. Yeah, I remember the drama of gotta fire Dave Magadan, and he does feel like the first of the unrelenting string of hitting coaches that have been like a carousel.
Think about it though,
into San Diego,
because you hear all the time, and you see this again. It's another kind of trope that people throw out. This is an organizational problem. It's an organizational problem. Well, the organization was completely different 20 years ago, but the problem has remained the same. A different owner, different GM, different scouting director, everything different minor league managers, different everything. 20 years ago, it's been the exact same thing for 20 years. A carousel, as you said, of guys coming and going. And, there's
2020, they hit really well in that short pandemic season. There was no time to even really panic.
Angelo, they were hitting a league low 253 at the time.
253.
What I wouldn't do.
Yeah, baseball's a little different now,
the
but
depravity that you would see from me to hit 253
if every
as a
Padre
team.
was hitting 253 right now, would probably be in first place, like 3-4 games ahead of the Dodgers.
Right.
All right, let's get to today's game.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We said you wouldn't get a Padre Player of the Month award this month.
I lied.
You lied. Mason Miller. Reliever of the month for the National League. 9.2 innings pitch, 20 strikeouts, 0 ERA, 7 saves.
9 innings in
9 and 2/3.
And who got the pitcher of the month for the National League? Was it Sanchez or Mizorowski?
I don't know if they've announced it yet. Players of the month. I don't see reliever of the month.
There it is. Christopher Sanchez gets it
Pitcher
over
there it is, Sanchez.
Jacob Mizorowski. Immediately the best month in the history of baseball to not be pitcher of the month, I believe.
Incredible.
In Major League Baseball. All right, let's get to our game, and it's time for Take on Woods.
Woods.
Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and I think you said it was Peyton. Peyton is our contestant. Hello, Peyton.
Hello. Good morning, guys.
All right. You versus Woods, 5 questions. You beat or tie him. We will put you in our grand prize drawing for our staycation at the Town and Country in Mission Valley. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's looking good down there. 2-night stay, $250 food and beverage credit. You've got the pool, the 4-story water slide nicknamed Twister. And you can you enjoy rates starting at $199 per night just for fan listeners. Go to towncountry.com/thefan to book today. All right, you got 2 choices, either movies, which is me time, 5 movies with me in the title, or our wild card title tracks. Those are song titles that are also movie titles, and I give you a artist and an actor or actress, and you got to figure out which one overlaps the two. So me time or title tracks. What would you like to play, Peyton?
I'll be taking me time.
Me time. All right, doing movies today. 5 movies with the word me in the title. You have 60 seconds. If you don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left at the end of the clock. First question is our 2-second movie clip. Paulie will play a short clip from a movie. You need to identify it from that. All right, Peyton, you ready to play?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays our movie clip. Good luck, Peyton. Let's take on Woods.
2 little mice fell in a bucket of cream.
Oh, shoot. That Catch Me If You Can?
Correct. Supervillain Gru and his yellow minions are at the center of an animated franchise that began with which 2010 movie?
Despicable Me.
Correct. Jesse Eisenberg and an ensemble cast of magicians pull off Robin Hood-style heists in which 2013 film that spawned 2 sequels?
That will be Catch Me If You Can.
Incorrect. That was the first one. Jim Carrey and Renee Zellweger star in which 2000 comedy about a state trooper who is dealing with a split personality problem?
Me, Myself, and Irene.
Correct. Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston adopt a rambunctious golden retriever and start a family in which emotional 2008 film?
That is Marley and Me.
Marley and Me. Yeah, and you knew the answer too, and you just said it incorrectly.
I know.
It's Now You See Me, not Catch Me If You Can, which was the clip, but you got the other ones. I hope it doesn't cost you.
I don't know. We'll see.
This could be an interesting one. You got the Catch Me If You Can, Despicable Me, Me, Myself, and Irene, and Marley and Me. Let's bring Woods back in. Stay on the line, Peyton.
Hello.
All right, we got movies today for you.
Okay.
All right, Peyton's score is locked in. No category for Woods. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays our 2-second movie clip. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Woods. Let's take on. Forgot your name for a second. Let's take on Peyton.
Good job, Andy.
2 little mice fell in a bucket of cream.
That's it's Christopher Walken in what's the movie? Is it Pulp Fiction?
It is not.
It's not. It's
Supervillain. No, it's not. Supervillain Gru and his yellow minions are at the center of an animated franchise that begin with which 2010 movie?
Who is it?
Supervillain Gru and his yellow minions are at the center of an animated franchise that began. Jesse Eisenberg and an ensemble cast of magicians pull off Robin Hood-style heists.
The Illusionist?
Incorrect.
Oh my
Jim
God.
Carrey and Renee Zellweger star in which 2000 comedy about a state trooper who's dealing with...
Myself, and Irene.
Correct. Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston adopt a rambunctious golden retriever and start a family in which emotional 2008 film.
I saw it. Oh, Marley and Me.
Correct. I don't think you have... Oh, yeah, Supervillain Gru and his yellow
Despicable
minions.
Me.
Yeah, very good. Still
you.
lost 4-3, though.
All right, hang on.
Not enough.
Hang on. Christopher Walken.
It's not the Illusionist.
Here,
Okay.
I'll play it again.
Christopher Walken.
2 little mice
All right,
fell
the
in a
word
bucket
is
of cream.
me. He plays...
What is that movie?
Leonardo DiCaprio's dad.
Catch Me If You Can.
Correct.
Two little mice.
2 little mice fell in some cream.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Foo
Fighters. Jay, your dog has no tail.
Peyton,
Where
2
did it
little
go?
mice fell in a bucket of cream.
I love that movie.
It's a good movie.
And then what's the
Now You See Me.
Now You See
is
Me.
the magician movie, not the Illusionist.
It's a total diarrhea pants.
That's all right. That's
outcome.
another win.
So again, you saw that and you thought to yourself, I'm not going to give Woods the category.
Yeah, I thought you knew most of these movies.
Me would have helped me.
Me would have helped
Me
you.
would have helped me. Yeah. It's all right.
All right. Well,
Cool.
you know what? It's not a
Congratulations.
bad thing that Tier 1s qualify for a
True.
grand prize.
True.
So, Peyton, Paulie, I'll get your information during the break.
Watch as you're
Man,
both right.
They're throwing tomatoes at me in the chat. This is new. This is a
Hold you
new low.
accountable.
This is terrible.
You need to be better, Woods.
Woods needs leadership and a different approach. I'll take some accountability. I suck. Sorry about that.
All right.
Ooh,
When we
hiss.
come back, hey, we've taken a good phone call. We've taken a not so good phone call. Now it's your turn. 833-288-0973. If you want to join us, talk some more Padres baseball, we've got an open segment coming up next just for you, Tier 1s, on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
You can talk about anything you want, to be honest.
Can I talk about sdfatloss.com?
Sure. Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to do that right now. It's the natural alternative to the injections that people have been getting. And I know they're popular, but keep this in mind. If you go with the GLP-1 injections, you're committing yourself for the long term. You can't stop, or you're probably just going to gain the weight right back. You're likely going to be losing muscle, not fat, and it's expensive. It can be $3,000 to $5,000 a year when you add it all up. With sdfatloss.com, we're talking one-time program for 2 months, and you can lose up to 10 to 20% of your body weight and up to a pound of fat per day in just 60 days. For me, I lost 40 pounds in 60 days, did it once, and I've kept the weight off for 3 years. It's based on real foods, not shakes or bars, no prepackaged meals, and there's no exercise necessary to lose the weight as well. You will be supported by your counselor throughout the process, who will also help you keep the weight off after it is done. And again, just the one-time cost. So sign up today, get a free consultation. If you don't like it, you don't have to sign up, but hear what they have to say by going to sdfatloss.com. And if you do sign up, let's take $200 off the program right now for their spring special. Hey, new you, what is that worth to you? And in just 2 months to boot, check it out today at sdfatloss.com. That's sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. All right, the phone lines are open, 833-288-0973. Quickly, Woods, any guess as to what the Padres' record was at this date last year, June 3rd?
No guess.
11 games above 500. So you know that they then lost 10 of their next 17 games to fall 5 games above 500, right where they are now.
That did not happen under Mike Schilt.
Here's
I was told. I've been told every night.
2 years
did not
ago,
happen.
and this is from Kevin Acey's newsletter. I had forgotten this. 2 years ago, in June, 3 games under 500. They got to 50 and 50 after 100 games
on my birthday,
and ended up winning 93 games that year.
I remember it. They beat Cleveland on my birthday.
They were worse
to get to,
in the first 2.5 months of the season 2 years ago.
That didn't happen. It was Mike Schilt had these guys dialed in.
The same team that everybody said should have beat the Dodgers, was the best team going into the playoffs, was much worse than this team.
No,
2 years ago.
Didn't happen.
Baseball's a long season.
It is.
Long season.
It is.
But past results do not predict future performance.
That's exactly right.
You could You could get worse from this point. Hard to see exactly how. I think, I think the offense is about as bad as it could be.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, I mean, there's always a deeper darkness, as we know.
Yes. I mean, what is it? Scoring 0 runs every single game? We've never seen that in baseball history.
Right.
But
getting blanked
they're
every
awfully
night.
close to that right now.
They
so
are.
I feel like they've got to be at rock bottom offensively. Pitching could get worse for sure.
Oh, yeah.
If you get some injuries, that could happen. But I mean, you've got to think there's nowhere to go but up for the offense.
One would hope.
All right, let's go to the phone lines. We got Ethan on the line, ready to talk Padres baseball with us here on 97.3 The Fan. Hello, Ethan.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man.
Solid. Yeah, you always want to talk baseball. Padres, love the Padres. Yeah, guys, wanted to come on here and kind of resonate some feelings. That
Sure.
I think we're all feeling is, I don't know, man. Reality is this. I've been a Padres fan since I was a fetus, and I've been in the womb at the game, and I've been loving it. And, like, the reality is, like, this team, I mean, I screamed in my car yesterday because I'm sitting there and we're losing against the Phillies, and it's like, we're not bad. I don't think we're a bad team. I think we're a team that's on the rise that can do great things. But, like, listen, we've got a series against the Mets. I'm going on Friday. It's Beer Fest. I don't want to sit there with Pacifico and a lime and watch them lose 8-0 against the Mets.
Yeah.
The Mets. Like, that's the reality. I love them. I'll be there till I die. But that's the reality. It can only get better from rock bottom. I don't think we hit rock bottom, but that's the reality, you know?
No, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, they're not losing 8-0 games.
That's true.
Which
Knock
is
on
the
wood.
nice thing.
That could be a deeper
Now, I'm
despair.
not sure about something Ethan said. I don't know that this is a team on the rise.
I think he means in popularity, in cachet. People are talking about them. They're on the scene.
They have been for a few years. Absolutely. They've gone from very out of sight, out of mind in baseball to certainly one of the teams that gets a lot of attention. People talk about nationally,
Yeah.
The networks.
I think that's what he meant,
focus on the Padres. That's for sure. But in terms of the actual team, I feel like they're more like, can we hold on to what we've gained now these last few years? How long can we hold on to some of the gains that we've made? Right now, you feel like kind of slipping a little bit, and what does the future look like? How long can the Padres remain in that national conversation?
Well, with new ownership, as long as they want, right? If you have the commitment of ownership, then you can stay in the scene as long as you want. I mean, the Mets are really, really bad. They spent a lot of money, but believe you me, they're still in the scene and expect to be there at the end of the year, and will do probably things that they need to do to try to get there. But yeah, I mean, again, you can stay there as long as your owner is committed to winning.
Unless they change the rules on everybody in the new CBA, and then your hands could be tied a little bit next year as to what you can do. There may be a piper to be paid coming up for the San Diego Padres.
Look, at the end of the day, Benny, yes, I don't care who you are. You're going to have to pay $40 million to Manny Machado for 7 more years and $30 million to Xander Bogaerts for 6 more years. Yeah, I'd say that's paying the piper. Literally.
You can say, well, the Dodgers have all that deferred money that they're going to have to pay in the 2030s.
It's already paid for.
But I don't think there really is any piper coming.
No, it's already paid for. Remember, they put it in.
Manny goes up to 40 next year. Jumps from.
It's quite a check, man. It's quite a check.
25 to 39.
And I think the Padres would be fine with Manny, a slight dip in performance.
Right.
Oh, he's only hitting 240 with 25 home runs, but he's still Manny. He's still there. But if he hadn't won 170 and he's going to be making $40 million for the next 7-8 years, whatever it is,
that's paying the piper.
That's a big piper to pay. They can't have this Manny just be the new Manny.
Correct.
They have to get Manny at least back. He doesn't have to be all-star MVP Manny, but you have to be a guy who's a productive middle of your order bat still. And that's been a real problem lately. Let's go to Marcus next up here, 833-288-0973. Hello, Marcus. You're on with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Good morning, guys.
Morning, bud.
I just wanted to, say a few things. Mostly RISP has just been a huge issue the last few years. And, at this point, I'm just, shrugging it off, seeing it, and just enjoying the game. I'm going to be going to 8 games over the summer. A lot of good competition. I expect either win or lose, but I'm going to enjoy the atmosphere because we are America's #1 ballpark, best fans in baseball. And that aside, as a union employee, the CBA, I go through negotiations every 4 years, so I know the emotions behind it. So I'm going to be focusing on that quite a bit for the next few months.
Sure.
Shout out to Bo. Congrats, buddy.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day, guys.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's
Why
the
can't
other.
we have both? Why can't we be, one of the best fan bases in baseball, America's #1 ballpark, and win more ball games?
Yeah, I mean, listen,
why does it have to be one or the other?
2 out of 3 ain't bad, Paulie. No, I'm with you. I'd rather see the dubs at the end of the day. That's what excites me is winning games, and but they gotta figure out a way to get back on track. I don't know what they need.
I will say, I was talking to my son yesterday, and he saw an advertisement for, forget which team it was, but they were doing like $1 Wiener Wednesday or something, like all hot dogs for $1 at the ballpark. And he says, don't they ever do that at Petco?
Why would you?
And I go, no. You know why? Because they don't have to.
They don't have to.
Place is filled up even on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
You don't have to, it's not a place that's drawing 9,000 fans and they can bring in another 6,000 by offering $1 hot dogs.
Wieners. Yeah,
they're going to have 40,000 people and they're going to pay full price for the hot dogs when they show up to the ballpark.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to
Wiener Wednesdays.
And they used to do that at the Cube. I remember there were dollar dog promotions like once a month.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Did they really call it Wiener Wednesday?
I don't remember what they called it.
I'll sign up.
It's probably Dollar Dog Night.
I'll sign up for that.
It's
from now on, our show every Wednesday it's Wiener Wednesday here on Ben and Woods, just so you guys know, because this is free. Like
Big League Wednesday has been retired.
Changed.
Now Brett Boone will join us on a Wiener Wednesday.
Yeah, on a Wiener Wednesday. He's like, "Excuse me." It's right there in the name, bud. Yeah.
I know there are fans who maybe appreciate just the experience and the ballpark more than the team and care that much about winning.
Sure.
I mean, we're here for the ones that want to win.
Right.
That's who we're talking to.
Right.
I'm glad that there are content fans out there who just want a good ballpark experience and confident the Padres will continue to provide that here in San Diego. Not every team does, and we're lucky that the Padres do provide a really good ballpark experience, but we are here on the flagship station for the fans who want to see a winner.
Yep.
I also believe that the Padres baseball operations side very committed to trying to bring that winner. It's not easy. There are 29 other teams, or most of the 29 other teams are also committed to trying to put together a winner, and you can only get one of them every single season. So never going to be an easy job.
No. Very difficult to win a World Series. Very, very difficult. Need a lot of luck as well. But, got to win one. Love to win one while we're on the air. That'd be great.
Yeah.
But
we're on this earth.
It doesn't.
Not on the air, at least on this earth.
Doesn't bode well at this point. So
it's been 84 years.
Not yet.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Let's see, it's been 57 years now, and still 0 championships.
Yep, that's right.
2 World Series appearances. Neither were particularly close to ending in a title.
Scintillating, right?
2 appearances, 1 win.
Yeah.
One game.
Yeah. All right. Live to fight another day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple updates yesterday. Johnny Brito is apparently trending toward a return.
Okay.
Either to the bullpen or even the potential rotation. Actually threw 6 innings in his last start in the minors.
Nice.
Shutout, I think like 1 hit, 6 innings, looked really good. Only needed 58 pitches to do so. The Padres would have to put someone off the 60 or they don't have any 40-man roster spots. He's on the 60-day injury list. They just moved Nick Pivetta over there yesterday, which is a procedural move. Right. He wasn't going to be back in 60 days anyway. But if Johnny Brito returns, they might have to make a decision on someone on the 40-man roster to get him back. He is getting close, it looks like.
All right.
Hadn't seen him in a while.
No, it's been a minute.
We can talk more about that. We can talk about Nick Castellanos addressing the Philadelphia media in his return to the city of brotherly love yesterday. Paulie's got a round of report as well. Final hour of Ben and Woods coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Friday, not to spin you out here, Woods. Management Report Friday with the skipper, Craig Stammen, brought to you by SDCCU. It's not big bank banking. It is better. If the Padres
spin me out.
Is if the Padres don't find a way to win one of these 2 games and get swept in the season series by the Phillies and have fallen to
I told you,
3 games above 500.
I'm not getting spun out. I don't know. You're
okay?
painting me with this brush.
You're going to be okay with that.
Yeah, dude, I'm fine. I don't even care. I don't care. It's a baseball game. I'll be fine. It's not my job's not on the line, right?
I will say that Stammen is pretty unflappable.
Yeah. It's hard to, flap him.
It is. Very hard to flap the man.
Yeah.
So he will probably be okay.
Padre Bud, you guys eating caramels?
No.
I'm sorry for the both of us in here going.
Adam brought us some muffins.
He did.
No, we didn't. Ben's got strawberry cream pies later,
and
he's
we're eating
sensitive
Adam's
because
muffins.
he heard Woods say
us.
that Adam had never brought us a cream pie, and he thought, well, it's a little early in the morning for pie.
Oh, it's one of those good ones with the streusel.
Oh,
on
I love
top.
streusel,
So he
man.
brought us muffins, streusel topped blueberry muffins, which we
I haven't had
are
a blueberry muffin in a while.
we are eating on the air.
They're so good.
Eating caramels.
We could turn that into a segment,
Yeah.
though. Ben Woods and Paul eat
Caramels.
Hard
How many
candies.
caramels could you fit in your mouth? What a sweet boss.
All
he
right,
is.
coming up this hour, we still have Padres Mets tickets to give away. I know I've been doing it late in the show. I promised to do it a little earlier in the show on Thursday and
Been
Friday.
early on the show rundown every day this week.
I know, and I still haven't done it, but we will give them out this hour. We will have our MLB reach around, look at the rest of Major League Baseball as well. But right now, what have we missed? Let's get some headlines from Paulie. It is time for the Roundel Report. And get things started here with our today's edition of the Roundel Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul. All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Muffin tops.
I'm just
So good.
devouring
Oh.
Adam's muffin.
What is streusel? Like cinnamon?
It's butter, and sugar,
Oh,
and
yeah.
some like cinnamon, and just kind of all melted together and then hardened again.
Can I say that streusel should be on more things? Put it.
Normalized streusel.
Why isn't there like a streusel candy bar? I would eat it. A candy bar made of just streusel.
It's not a bad
so
idea.
good.
It'd be crumbly, but delicious.
It would be so crumbly. Try to eat it in your car, all over you. You were eating streusel candy bars again, weren't you? Like, no.
Not gonna be able to hide that one too well.
It's like when I eat those powdered donuts, it's like white all over my pants in my car.
Oh, God.
The worst.
Done.
You're done.
You're done.
You have to eat them outside like the. So
Bro,
nobody,
especially
so nobody
something like
gets
that. Any sort of hand-used food that can leave residue on your fingers. I'm constantly like, I don't know. There's a 95% chance that I am wearing like Viore joggers,
Black pants, dude,
and they're
yeah.
black pants, and they're the just the texture of the pants.
Yeah. It eats
Everything
it.
just
Yes.
hangs on to them.
You look like
You're
Pablo
screwed.
Escobar, dude. You're like, this is terrible.
Oh, Jesus.
I get busted all the time.
Not strudel, streusel. Streusel.
Great. All right, let's get started here. We will start off in the NFL. The NFL world still reacting to the Rams acquiring Myles Garrett. And yesterday, the team officially introduced him and talked about the trade. Sean McVay said, "We feel really fortunate that this feels very similar when we were fortunate enough to be able to acquire a player like Matthew Stafford. Things like this don't present themselves, and we wanted to be aggressive."
Sure.
This has been a trade that's kind of been in the works for a while now. They have really, really wanted to get Myles Garrett, and now there's at least some speculation Could Aaron Donald come out of retirement, rejoin the Rams
Saw that.
defensive line, and team up with Myles Garrett? Aaron Donald, one of the greatest to ever play the position, relatively shortish career. You know, he went out before his time. He could have still kept playing, but he's been out for a couple of seasons now. Said, look, Aaron's a guy that I really stay in close touch with. I know the respect that he has for Myles. Talked to him about the opportunity to be able to bring him on board. If Aaron decides he wants to dust them off at the age of 35, I bet you he could still do it at a pretty high clip. Pat McAfee went on the Pat McAfee show yesterday, I believe, and he said that he texted Aaron Donald himself about the possibility of coming out of retirement. Donald replied to him, "It for sure got me thinking."
It showed him. I mean, he posted, look, you post a video of you doing deadlifts and squats and stuff. You're going to get a reaction. You were looking for a reaction. Right. Maybe he just wanted to titillate people. I don't know. Get the hype machine going. Test the waters. Do people want me back? Yes, they want you back. You're Aaron Donald. You can get yourself in shape.
I think the Rams would obviously, be thrilled if he came back. Can they afford him? Would he be coming back at like a fraction of the salary?
Right.
Because they now have committed quite a bit of money under their cap right now.
Did he retire as a free agent? Or was he like still under contract?
I don't know.
Like, if he reinstates, does the contract pick up? I don't know
how that works, but I mean, if he does come back, he might have to take less than what he would be worth if he wants to do it with the Rams. Yeah. Now, if he does that, everyone's going to cry foul and go, oh, Aaron Donald's coming back and playing for a fraction of what he's worth. And you've got Myles Garrett. Great.
He's a free agent.
That's a lot of fun.
He retired at the end of his contract.
But he's not thinking about coming back for anyone.
Right,
he wants to come back for the Rams.
Yeah.
I think you have to kind of come back at probably much less than you even retired for a couple of seasons.
Sure.
Aaron Donald's still worth a lot of money.
Yeah, you're not sure what you're getting.
What if the Lions are calling Calvin Johnson every year? Right. How you doing? Staying in shape?
How old is he now?
I feel like he retired when he was like 26, man. He was unbelievable.
You know, just because you brought up
he's 40 now.
40.
A former wide receiver. I thought of another NFL story about a former wide receiver from that same era. Yesterday, I saw on like the NFL subreddit, Arizona Cardinals fans were losing their minds because, well, unfortunately, Larry Fitzgerald Sr. passed away. Larry Fitzgerald, the wide receiver's father, who's been very close with him and his son and been around the team, you know,
media
his entire career.
Legendary
in the media,
football writer. Yep.
100%. So he passed away. And when you I was reading some of the comments from Cardinals fans, they were all waking up that yesterday morning. And, you assume they follow at Cardinals. And the first thing they see on their feeds was the black and white photo, the RIP and Larry Fitzgerald. And they saw the number 11 on the jersey as he was hugging his dad. And it was a very touching photo. And,
RIP Larry Fitzgerald.
But like you wake up, you're still kind of wiping the sleep out of your eyes. And you just see RIP Larry Fitzgerald. And they're like, whoa, that was quite an alarming wake up.
Yeah, it's we made the point yesterday. If it was Tatis Sr. or something, and all you saw was 23, the braids, and a black and white picture.
RIP.
Rest in peace, Fernando Tatis. You're like, oh my God, what just happened?
Right, it's 5 a.m. You're like, wait, what?
What? Right. I saw the picture, and it was jarring. It was jarring. It was really, really weird.
All right, we will move on to sports adjacent. It's kind of a slow week right now after outside of Padres news, getting ready for we haven't actually talked any NHL. We might do that a little bit later. But the ESPYs are coming up here in about a month and a half. I will probably not be watching once again. I think Ben's probably the only one on this show that watches any of it.
Oh, he loves it.
If he watched any of it.
I haven't watched it in a few years.
Because it is on ABC and ESPN. But they have announced that the ESPYs coming up on July 15th, the traditional slowest day on the sports calendar, the day after the MLB All-Star game.
You're on vacation that week.
I am on vacation that entire week. Have fun. I will not be watching the ESPYs on vacation.
Those are tough.
ESPN has selected Marcelo Hernandez from SNL
finally
to be today's host.
Ooh.
Or this year's host.
Woods and I both literally had no idea who that's this person.
I do know him.
TikToker? You said he's on TikTok.
He's from SNL.
4-year cast member of Saturday Night Live.
Would I recognize his face?
Maybe.
What's his name?
I'm not
Marcelo Hernandez.
I'm not a big fan of his SNL material. He just kind of seems like he's got the one character that they. I swear, I've joked with my wife. I'm like, does he have dirty pictures of Lorne Michaels or something? I feel like he's being jammed down everyone's face or throats on SNL.
He's the jelly roll of SNL.
Yes, exactly.
He is a soccer player. He played college soccer at John Carroll University.
I've never seen his face before, ever.
Bee's knee says he's hot. Okay.
All right.
He is a sports fan, and an athlete. So
He's cool. All right, Manny says he's cool. Manny says he's cool. Then all right,
there we go. And then I really want to see if this will work on the radio because I'm not sure. But there was a video going around viral over the last couple of days. It's funny. We talked yesterday. We did the clip of the spelling bee. Shri with the National Spelling Bee Contest. 30, however many words he spelled in 90 seconds.
Yeah, it was incredible.
And we're like, God, kids are just unbelievable. And I saw the video going around of a kid at his like elementary school talent show.
Oh, I saw this too.
And this kid absolutely stole the show. It's like a 4.5 minute clip. We're going to play the entire clip for you here. No, I'm just kidding. I
watched the whole thing. I did. I watched it all.
Somebody sitting in an elementary school gym in the bleachers recording this on their phone. So I think the audio plays out.
And
but
how old would you say the kid seems like he's about?
I think he's like 10, 11, 12 years old. He's in elementary school. I'm guessing like 5th or 6th grade. And he has like some props with him. He's doing animal calls and bird calls. And
he's a birder.
He is unbelievably good.
All right. The first one is the creepy sound of the common loon. Oh, yeah.
Common loon.
Common loon.
He's got stuffed animals and just tosses them back and goes on to the next one.
All right. I'm going to do 2 species of crow. American crow and the fish crow. Prepare. Be prepared for this one's loud.
Pretty good.
And then the fish crow.
Fist crow?
Apparently. I mean, he knows way more about birds than any of us do.
And then the eastern bluebird.
How do you know you have this talent?
Yeah, where does that come from?
Is one of his parents is an ornithologist?
He's nailing like every single bird call like with accuracy.
Now, all right, so pause.
Oh, the hawk is great. Listen to this.
Damn.
Like he gets better as it goes on. He knows what he's a showman.
He is a showman.
This is the sound of an actual bald eagle.
I think that's awesome. I'm glad it's not my kids making all those sounds at home.
Well, that takes a lot of practice
all the time.
Loud
Lots of practice.
Loud. I mean, you have a drum set.
Well, it's electric.
Okay.
So they have headphones, but you still hear like the
taps.
Right, you hear it, but it's faint.
Do they
it's
still
not a
make
real drum set.
Your kids, Bo's,
but it's good.
Bo's probably still a couple of years away, at least from when I had to start doing it. But in elementary school, we had music class.
They don't do it anymore.
Do they not do that? Okay,
No.
we had band and we had orchestra, and then there was a choir option if you wanted to sing. But band was like the woodwinds, trumpets, saxophones.
Yep. I played the cornet,
oboes, and then there was
cornet,
which is like a trumpet.
Orchestra was more cello, violins, flutes. I think I did the trumpet for like 1 year.
I did the trumpet
It was
too.
very
cornet. But yeah.
They brought around a box of recorders.
Yeah, and everyone got one.
And had to learn a song together. And I don't know that there's a worse sound than like 30 school kids who don't know how to play the recorder trying to play a recorder and just getting those high-pitched shrills like all of them at once. It really is the most horrifying sound you could possibly create.
Yeah. Oh, Gonzo was a tromboner, he said. He played the trombone. My dad, I remember vividly telling my dad, all right, this is what I want to play, the cornet. And him begrudgingly taking me to some music store downtown Dallas off the freeway and having to drop a decent amount, I think, I think I played it for 3 weeks. And that was it.
There's the marching band kids. And I always look at, certain instruments, small, just carry them around and you're just playing them. But when you've got like a trombone or a tuba,
it was crazy.
And you have to walk around and
carry
that.
I felt so bad for him.
You have to carry it to and from school. Is that hot cross buns?
or three blind
mice. Saxophone was inconvenient, but it looked cool and sounded cool. But it was so, you'd look at it and go, see, the trumpet had three little buttons. It had the valves, but the saxophone, you're like, there's 70,000 buttons on that thing.
The trombones in New Orleans when they go down the street.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just
So good.
The whole thing. And
there's something hilarious
really cool.
about a 9-year-old with sunglasses on trying to play a saxophone. Though.
Yeah, it's hysterical. There's a guy. So I go to the LA Fitness in Encinitas, and I'm not joking when I say this. I've meant to bring this up, and I don't want to get video of him because, well, he didn't consent to it. He parks in the parking lot. I don't know if he is coming post-workout or pre-workout. Do you know what he does in the parking lot of the LA Fitness in Encinitas? He plays his trumpet as loud as he could possibly play it. And I'll be walking in and I'll hear, and I'm like, oh, trumpet guy's here again. I'll walk out.
Is he like playing for tips?
No, he's by his car, parked usually in the
just
same,
hanging out, just vibing.
Trunk's always open, and he's just sitting, like standing by his car, playing the trumpet. No, he's not. But that's where he has to practice. But yeah,
I mean, if he's married, I can see that.
Oh, yeah.
You're not doing that here.
Right.
So find somewhere else. And I guess, okay, well, I'm going to the
LA
gym.
Fitness parking lot.
Just do it in the parking lot.
Is he doing the thing where he's like, hey, babe, I'm going to the gym, but he doesn't actually work out. He just goes to play his trumpet.
Can you complain?
No, I'm not going to complain.
Could a person, though, complain? Is that like a noise violation of some sort?
We literally live in Encinitas. They live to complain about stuff. Honestly. So, yes, they could. I don't think they have yet because he's still there playing the trumpet. If anybody can vouch, I mean, we have a couple of tier ones that go there. He stands in the parking lot, plays his trumpet. Maybe I'll get audio. Audio is fine, right? Because I'm not getting video.
I mean, there's no expectation of peace and quiet or privacy in a LA Fitness parking lot.
So you can just bring like your amp and just shred as loud as you want.
Yeah, I mean, if he's in the parking lot, I think you could video him, and that would.
I don't want to video him because I think that's creepy. But I do think audio would be great. But yeah, just jamming, playing the trumpet every single time I go. It's very interesting.
All right, let's give away some Padres Mets tickets before I forget. Hey, at least it's like 10 minutes earlier than yesterday. If you want to be the fifth caller right now at 833-288-0973, we'll send you to Friday's game. You're going to enjoy yourself because it's a party in the park Friday, starting from the time the gates open until the first pitch. Join the Padres for a pregame happy hour in the fully transformed Gallagher Square. Drink specials starting at $5, live music, other fun activities. Get your tickets at padres.com/tickets or win them now. Call 833-288-0973 for a pair of tickets. Padres versus the New York Mets, who are also slumping again. That will be part of our MLB Reach Around. We will get to that coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
It's that season where they get the big poker tournament coming up in Las Vegas. I don't think I can say it during this commercial, but you know the one with the big payouts. Maybe you want to get a little training in at the Texas Hold'em tables at 7 Mile Casino. They are always going 24/7. You walk into 7 Mile Casino. They got card games set up right in front of you with great dealers, comfortable seats, good competition. They cater to high-limit players, so if you want to bring in a big bankroll, you can do that and play cards to your heart's content at 7 Mile Casino.
That's exactly right. And if you're near the downtown area, it will only take you 7 minutes to get there. It's a really cool place. They got a great bar area when you turn left. They got California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, Baccarat, and a beautiful patio as well. Sit back, have a drink, relax. Let the day dissipate, my friend.
Looking ahead to the weekend on Saturdays and Sundays, Sammy's also offers the best brunch in the South Bay. It was voted #1 Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then stick around and sit down at one of the great card tables, only at 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Congratulations to Robert, who won the Padres Mets tickets. Paulie, try to remind me to give them away a little bit earlier tomorrow. We will have another pair tomorrow. We will not have an Epic Wings, Epic Padres roundtable. Short show leading into early Padres baseball tomorrow with a 10:05 first pitch, 9:05 Eco Water SoCal pregame show with Sam Levitt.
Wow. Look at us.
Well, it's a normal Thursday for Paulie. He usually gets off at 9 on Thursdays. In fact, he might need to work an extra 3 or 4 minutes longer.
Actually, yeah.
Tomorrow, but we get off an hour early with no roundtable. Now, the following Thursday, we will have AJ Cassavell from MLB.com in studio with us. He had this nugget for you. Paulie mentioned earlier that Mason Miller was honored as the National League Reliever of the Month for May. AJ says Mason Miller has been a Padre for 4 full months. He's won Reliever of the Month in 3 of them. He's also the first player to win 3 straight Reliever of the Month awards since Edwin Diaz in 2022. I didn't even think Mason Miller had a particularly great month. Felt like you didn't get to use him a lot. You didn't have a ton of leads.
9 appearances, I think. Is that right?
It was 9 2/3 innings, and he got 7 saves. I don't know how many appearances that was.
He did give up, I believe, 2 runs, didn't he, this month as well?
A couple of runs.
So, but congratulations to Mason Miller.
Yeah, is he washed? I don't know, man. I got a lot of. I don't even say pushback. But I got a lot of commentary yesterday in my DMs about the Mason Miller. Again, it wasn't from us. It was from Chris Rose talking about, if the Padres are out of it, Mason Miller to the Yankees for like 5 players. Yeah, it's certainly a luxury on a.
I don't think that was an if the Padres were out of it.
Oh no, you're right.
Suggestion.
You're right. Actually,
I think it was
you're right. It was a
do it for both teams to try to get better suggestion.
Correct. And
that was at least how we took it. We're like, look, this isn't. We saw a couple comments like,
buy,
"Hey, fire
sell."
sale." We're like, no. That's a move. A fire sale move would be trading Mason Miller for 6 guys that are A-level prospects that you hope a couple of them hit in like 4 years. Those guys that in that one hypothetical trade, those are guys that slot in like the day the trade is made.
I think people have to get the fire sale vernacular out of their vernacular, the language, because you can't do it here.
This team can't.
You can't do it for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't think especially a new owner, would want to come in and betray the fan base
day
like
one.
That. Secondly, I don't think there's any
Takers.
avenue toward getting rid of a lot of the players who are on the San Diego Padres.
That's what I'm talking about.
In terms of what would you do? I mean, a fire sale is trading your good, expensive players for young, cheap ones.
Correct.
In the hopes that they will be good sometime in the future. I mean, you're not going to get any takers right now on Xander or Manny.
You'd get takers on Tatis, but you cannot do that.
You would get takers on Tatis, but we've both at length discussed why we don't think that's even a viable option. Now,
you can make trades. You have trade chips, certainly, but
Jackson Merrill is absolutely a valuable trade chip if you were going that route. But again, you don't want to give up players like Jackson Merrill unless you think that we were wrong about him and he's not going to be any good.
The first question they ask is, why are you trading Jackson Merrill? He's not making that much money.
Right.
You clearly don't believe in him. But so, yeah, it's.
I mean, if he has if he doesn't figure it out and turn it around this year and he has just a bad season, he wasn't very great last year either.
Yeah,
he certainly took
last year.
Sure. But he, the numbers were what they were at the end of the year.
Maybe this is his real sophomore slump. Because he was hurt.
Right. So he got delayed a year. I have not heard that theory
now, the cool
before.
thing is we're going to be locked out next year.
Oh.
So then his real
third season that's good is not going to be until
2029.
Super sophomore.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's not something I think is feasible.
All right. Let's take a quick timeout so we have plenty of time in our last segment for the MLB Reach Around and more. It's Ben and Woods broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
We haven't gone full Jim Morrison. Woke up this morning, grabbed myself a beer over the Padres, but I close, right? That's when it's bad. Wake up in the morning. This team. Slug a Budweiser heavy before you drive into the office. It's not that bad.
No. Repeat the question you just asked me during the break.
Do I have a booger?
You did. And the answer was,
yes.
After a brief inspection, yes, you had a fairly large one prominently featured above your left nostril.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if anyone caught it, if that was on during the stream or
it
last
happened.
segment.
It happened
mid-break.
I was like, but it was I felt it on the right side. He goes, no, it's on the left, and he was correct.
Transferred over somehow.
The worst, man. And I thought to myself out loud, wonder how many women, when I was younger and single, that I talked to, like at a bar or restaurant or bookstore,
big old hanger,
bit of booger in my nose.
So here's logical, Ben. I mean, clearly, I'd prefer not to have boogers than have them, but everybody gets them.
Doesn't matter. And when you meet a girl for the first time, you go, "Hey, hang on."
Right.
Everybody does this. You should be fine with it. No,
I get it.
You want your best self.
But everyone makes such a big deal out of something that is really unavoidable and normal.
Okay.
Are you a bad person if for
You're
some
disgusting,
reason,
I think.
not really though. I mean, Not really. It just kind of it flicks out there. You can't feel it. Oftentimes you cannot feel something on your nose if it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
We've all had times where someone's had to point out, oh, you got a little booger there on your nose. It just happens, yet we all feel humiliated by it for no reason whatsoever.
Oh no, it's humiliating.
I know,
it's
but
like
it shouldn't.
It's,
be.
oh,
It
you cower
It shouldn't be
in shame.
There's
every time.
There's no way to completely avoid it unless you are constantly checking yourself like with a mirror all the time, which is, by the way, not something you really should be doing. That's not a great personality trait if you're obsessively checking your face in a mirror every few minutes to make sure you don't have a booger.
The other one too is like pepper in your teeth. I know for a fact I've talked to people for
piece of lettuce or something.
I know I've talked to people for minutes on end and been like, hey, all right, see you later. Go to the bathroom. You look in the mirror, you're like, come on, dude. And that you can't feel. Like you can't feel. You're literally rolling the dice every time you open your mouth.
Now, Andy Dufresne in our chat says, can you say booger on the radio?
Yes.
Johnny Fever got fired for that word, a WKRP in Cincinnati, I think. Is there a
booger?
Is there a nicer word like for
there should
say
be
passing gas or flatulence is kind of an elevated way to
flatulence
try to
is worse than fart.
I agree.
You think so?
Way worse.
I don't think so. I think that's more of a technical term. Is there a technical term for?
I think every technical term for number 2 for poop is weird. Excrement, feces. Excrement is the worst, I think.
Is it better? Is it better to use the scientific technical word for things? Does that make it not as gross? But is there like a scientific word? What are these called?
Nose impediments is genius.
Dried nasal mucus.
Can we reappropriate jejune? You have a jejune. It sounds so much better.
Oh God! All right, I googled it. I said, "What is the medical term for a booger?"
Yeah,
it's so much worse.
Is it?
Doctors use the term dried nasal mucus.
Okay, a dried nasal mucus.
But that's too long.
Or nasal secretions.
Oh, it's not secreting, I don't think.
Well,
it's rolled up.
From somewhere it's been secreted.
Boogers are simply wet mucus called snot or phlegm produced by the nasal lining that is dried after trapping dust, pollen, and debris.
A nose dingleberry. Oh, well, yeah. Thank you for helping me there. And let's make a
they
pact.
don't hurt anybody else. Like,
no, they don't hurt anybody, but you're disgusting.
Other people can smell it. It's gross. But
all right.
It doesn't hurt anybody else that you have dried nasal mucus on your nose.
If you're sitting at a coffee shop, you're a single man and you're reading a book and a young lady walks up and she's relatively attractive and she's like, hi, how are you? And she has a booger. Are you going to even entertain it? The answer is no. The answer is unequivocally no, right?
Paul, nice to meet you. Hey, by the way, real quick, you got
you have a huge dingleberry in your nose.
You are lying, by the way.
You got some nasal secretions,
bro. I'd never forget it. It's all I would see.
Are you that shallow?
Yes. The
All
answer
she
is yes.
I just got to do that, and then like the rest of her life, she's like gorgeous,
then,
10, nice, smart. But because you once saw her,
that's my first impression.
You're never gonna get over that.
I ghosted a girl that said she don't instead of she didn't. So yeah, the answer is yes, I am 100%. And she would be too. And she should be. If she met me and I hit on her and I had a booger, the game's over. It's over.
Well, in that scenario, at least you are proactively going. Yeah, check yourself before you go and make first contact with someone. You approached her and then you found out that that's not her fault. She wasn't expecting to be.
Wait, what? If I had the booger?
No, if she had it.
No, if she approached me and she had a booger, I'd be like, hi, how are you? Happily married. Right? You would. Well, you're much more forgiving than I am.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, Mud says a bat in the cave.
That's a good one.
Bat in the cave's
a really, really good one.
Yeah, you'd be like, I think
I would never forget it.
You see Austin Powers Gold Member when Fred Savage has the mole. He's a mole that has a mole, and Austin Powers is just like fixated. He's like, he doesn't listen to mole.
He's staring at the mole.
Not my mole, it's your mole.
It's all you would ever think about. It'd be be the girl with the booger.
Do you have an earwax issue at all?
Yeah, because I wear AirPods a lot.
Right,
so
and I've got my IFB that I
Yep.
stick in my ear.
So I'm constantly. I know you're not supposed to, but
I've been told
I use Q-tips every
and I've
day.
been told don't stick your. 50 years I've been doing it. I've been okay so far.
You finger your own ear?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, sometimes.
Do you smell the wax? Liar. You do.
It doesn't really have that much of an odor.
Okay. Do you? You don't use Q-tips?
I don't really like the feel of the
I don't
Q-tip
really either, but
necessarily.
it's
It's
more
too
of a-
small.
I
I'm worried I'm gonna jam it too far in.
Dude.
With my finger, I know it can't go very far.
Well, I've done it around my kids before, and been like, one of these kids is going to jump on me, and I'm going to pierce my brain with this Q-tip. It's you ever gone too deep? You know when you go too deep, and it does not feel good in that sense of the conversation. But
Matt's voting for Schnozberry.
David says, "Come on, Woodsy, no girls approaching you." That's fair. Those days are long past, man. I can't even remember the last time somebody cut their eyes at your old pal Woods.
I'll get to a quick MLB reach around. We should have some time for a topic wheel at the end. Paulie, if you would. They're doing the reach around. They're doing the reach around. Everybody's doing the reach around. I mentioned it earlier. No one in the National League's really been taking that advantage of the Padres' struggles, so they remain on top of the wild card race. It has gotten very close. You've got like 7 teams that are now all within a game and a half, but the Diamondbacks still stayed behind the Padres yesterday as they lost to the Dodgers 6-5. Dodgers holding on in the end after some early offense, including a Freddie Freeman 2-run homer, his 9th of the season. You told me the funny story about Freddie Freeman and Mike Soroka.
Yeah, they used to play together, and Freddie, he gets on first base and he's leading off barely, but enough to where he had to dive back. Soroka tries to pick him off, and Freddie looks at him like, "Are you out of your mind?" And like he started laughing.
I'm
And
not going anywhere.
Soroka was doing the bit where he's like, "No, I'm intense," and then finally started to crack and started to laugh. It was pretty funny.
The
But you can play loose and fun and have fun when you're,
of course,
dominating the baseball universe.
I mean, it would be both wonderful to see the Freddie's look in his face.
Yeah, he's like, "What?
What
are you doing?
What the hell, man?
Like you made me just get dirty for nothing. It's so good.
What the hell's your problem?
Yeah, what's your deal?
You don't throw over on me. I'm Freddie Freeman."
Yeah.
No.
You do not do that. No. Waves him
And then
away.
he smiles. Big
Whoa,
teeth.
that's
Boy,
got
he's got big teeth.
old suckers.
Lucky
Big
Beaver.
teeth.
Man.
Giants continue to flail away. Kyle Harrison struck out 12 in 5 2/3 innings. He had 10 strikeouts through 4 innings. Brewers beat the Giants 8-3. Hunter Goodman hit his 15th. Rockies over the Angels 8-2. Matt Olson continues to have an MVP-like season. It is 16th home run, go-ahead shot in the 6th inning to lead the Braves past the Blue Jays 4-3. I mentioned Heriberto Hernandez yesterday. Two more home runs yesterday last night as the Miami Marlins beat the Nationals by an identical score of 7-3 for a second straight day. The Pirates are one team that is taking some advantage, and they have crept right behind the Padres. I think they're actually just percentage points behind and tied now. They beat the Astros 10-6. Both O'Neal Cruz and Brandon Lau hit 3-run home runs.
Could have had him.
Nick Kurtz hit his 11th for the A's. They beat the Cubs 2-1. Cubs still can't seem to find their offense here now that June has arrived. The Reds did get single runs in the 8th, 9th, and 10th and got 2 home runs from Spencer Steer to beat the Royals 4-3. The Rangers have won 5 in a row. Skip Schumacher beat the Cardinals 7-4, 3-run 9th inning for their 5th straight win. Orioles double up the Red Sox 4-2. Pete Alonso, his 12th of the season. Tigers got an 8-0 win over the Rays. Now, Jack Flaherty pitched well for 5 shutout innings, but Emmanuel De Jesus had 4 perfect innings of relief to then close it out in an 8-0 win. Twins over the White Sox 6-4. White Sox have now dropped 2 straight. Guardians beat the Yankees 9-4. It was Cam Schlittler who got touched up for 5 runs by Cleveland. And the Seattle Mariners continue to roll. They've won 8 in a row, 8-3. They will go for the sweep of the Mets today, and then the Mets will come to Petco Park on Friday to take on your San Diego Padres.
Look forward to that, buddy. You got some time.
We got some topic will time to wrap things up.
I mean, we already did booger talk, so
that's true.
Can't get any worse.
What is the most underrated life skill?
underrated.
Talking into
Like
a radio
overrated
microphone.
is being able to change your own oil. Just don't feel like that's
Yeah, we say that as people that couldn't even
can't,
come
but I think it's
close.
overrated. But underrated life skill.
Weird. I was gonna say like car knowledge,
saving money.
That is good. Like
being good with money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Certainly underappreciated.
It's a lot more fun to be
by
bad with
people.
money and spend it.
It is, Paul. You can't take it with you. What's an underrated life skill? That's good. Being able to read. Yeah, that's underrated.
I think everyone appreciates that ability.
Do they?
Enough, right?
The gift of gab, Fridge Watcher says. Yeah. Underrated. Basic cooking. These are genius. These guys are so much quicker than we are.
I know. I was like, I'm moving on.
Yeah. The ability to move on. That's underrated.
What does your ideal lazy Sunday look like?
Oh, now we're speaking my language. Lazy Sunday.
The ideal lazy Sunday.
All right. Get up.
What time are we waking up?
9 a.m., which I have not seen.
That's tough to do.
I have not
That's tough
seen
to
it.
do, but there is definitely some sleeping in that is required to make it a lazy Sunday.
Get up.
All right. There has to be some sort of bread item involved in the morning, like
Biscuits.
bagels or donuts.
Biscuit.
Biscuit? All right. Yeah, some sort of like not good for you breakfast.
Coffee.
With coffee.
Biscuits.
Yeah.
Like a breakfast burrito.
Sure.
Oof.
And then
sports on television.
Maybe.
I think so.
My
Master Sunday.
My
I mean, for
wife
me,
has
yeah.
my wife has taken both kids on a vacation. And I wake up to a silent, cool, dark home.
You fall asleep while watching said sports,
100%.
like golf on television. A great golf nap on Sunday
is before noon.
Is terrific.
Eat breakfast, get right back in bed.
Then
little me
it's
time.
lazy, so you don't really want to have to go out or anything to eat
No.
later.
Oops.
So-
jerk.
Like you're having you barbecue like some burgers, but you don't really have to do anything
Oh,
other
no.
than put the burgers on the grill.
It's way too much work.
That's too much even
Way
for a
too
lazy
much.
Sunday.
Yeah, way too much.
Someone else sets everything else up for you.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind standing in front of the grill, like maybe with a beer and just
No,
that doing that part.
It's not lazy enough for me. I go right back to bed after my breakfast, and then I sleep again, and then I watch some baseball, and then I play with my baseball cards, and then I eat, and then I sleep again, and then I play with my baseball cards some more, and then I go to bed at 7. It's a dream. It's a dream. I've had a couple.
You ever get out of the house?
Never.
Like
I never
walk
leave
the
the house.
dog
Never.
or something.
No, I don't have any
You don't
dogs.
ever leave the house
the
on a
ideal
lazy
Sunday? No, you
not
don't
at
leave
all.
the house.
Not at all.
Absolutely not.
Like
the
a-
worst is I have to like take the dogs around the neighborhood a couple of times a day
like
on a
a
walk.
crackhead
That's the
vampire.
worst.
I'm not leaving my house at all. I'm not opening the blinds, my man. And I'm not speaking to anyone on the phone. I'm not texting anybody. Nobody bothers me. And
I
I
remember-
sit on my ass. I do nothing.
I was about 23 or 24 years old. And up until that point, I always had a roommate, a housemate of some sort.
Of course.
And around 23, 24, I moved out onto my own. It was a granny flat of a family I knew, but I had my own house. It was my own space. And it was before I got my dog, Daphne. There was about 6 months between me moving in by myself and getting the dog. And I remember in those 6 months, there would be like times on the weekends, like a Saturday or a Sunday where I had no plans. And I would go, I haven't spoken today because I didn't leave the house.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I've just stayed by myself in my own home, which was
quiet
great.
day.
Peaceful, quiet.
Dream.
But I go, if nobody called me and I didn't have to call anyone else or talk to anyone at the door or anything, I'm like, it's kind of weird to go like 12 straight hours
Do you
without
think
talking.
you've ever gone
love
a
it.
day without speaking? Like in your life?
Yeah.
Before, you had family and responsibilities.
I did it. I actually did it last July 4th.
You never spoke. Were
No.
you in England?
No, I was
No.
here. We had gotten back from Philly, and my wife and kids were in Colorado.
Yeah, that's right.
And I had the day I just mentioned, and I didn't speak to a soul. That was also the day of the Oasis reunion. So I
Yeah.
sat in bed and watched all. Now I wept, but I did not
No
speak.
one called you on the phone.
No.
Because you don't think about like
Oh, I might have FaceTimed my kids.
It's tough.
I might have FaceTimed
I think
my
it's
kids.
tough.
But I didn't
a day without speaking at all.
I'll be
literally
happy
like before I got a dog and could even be like, "Hey, you want to go
Hey, bud,
outside?"
yeah.
or anything like that. I was like, wait, I think there were a
Start
couple of
to talk
days where
to
I'm
yourself.
like, "Did I say words today?" It was kind of weird.
I would kill for one of those days.
All right, we are done. Frank and Braden, we got a shorter show tomorrow leading up to Padres baseball, but we will be here at 6 a.m. Until then, for Paul Reindl, for Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Wednesday from all of us here at 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.